Hey Dale.
Yes.
Bayonetta 3.
Yes, finally got announced. Took a while.
And speaking of Bayonetta, we are back with the fat fuck.
Yep, Bayonetta 2 this time.
Remember when Bayonetta 1 was still a thing? And then Bayonetta 2 was announced, and that was on the Wii U.
Yes, thanks to Nintendo for pitching, well, not just pitching, but giving money to the project.
It's like, hey, Platinum, how much you need? We need, here you go. And thus Bayonetta 2 was born.
Yep, so give applause to Nintendo. They brought up a series now.
It's a girl! Okay, but no, seriousness. Yeah, it's been a while since Bayonetta 1 was tackled in this world of reactions and endurances and cringe.
Yes, disclaimer, this is actually Inferno's second time enduring Bayonetta 2.
Yep.
Second. He did Bayonetta 1 solo, he did Bayonetta 2 solo. Why are we tackling this together? Mostly because his old Bayonetta 2 Let's Endure is gone. Do you want to explain why?
It was politely asked to be removed. And that was it.
Yeah, the original upload of the original video asked for it to be removed. Explain why Bayonetta 1 is up, though, for people wondering.
Because only Bayonetta 2 was politely asked to be removed. Plain and simple. And thankfully, Ontan has stepped up on the reins of that torse.
Yep, we had a replacement in the form of Ontan. His editing skills are pretty superb, although simple.
Hey, sometimes simple can be a very good thing.
Yes, but then I look back at some of his other the title plays, and some are a little less than thrilling. Little less. Not so bad.
Even the smallest branch can become the biggest tree.
Yeah.
But old proverbs aside, I think we better get to that play button before we literally get like an hour of banter.
Yeah, an hour pre-stream.
Nope.
Suddenly we're gonna be coughing like clearing our throats and snoring a lot.
Damn it! You better hover over that play button and get ready for a countdown, or I swear to you.
I got you good.
Gotcha. All right. 3, 2, 1, go! And welcome everybody to the experience.
Oh, that's we fixed. Okay. I was wondering what that was.
At certain points, I thought I would
Yep.
say that I was starting or I would never be able to play.
And now, here comes the oh god whys.
And boy, does this game have
I was one of them.
history.
Well, not in the comment section.
Came out in early 2010
I'm just like,
in the United
why is he touching this?
and worldwide, except for Japan. I think got it a little earlier.
Yeah, why is he touching Bayonetta 2? Like,
Some, like,
I mean, did he not do enough damage with Bayonetta 1 with the first fucking I have Bible Black. First fucking level.
very much enjoyed back then.
What a profile icon. But after unwillingly predicting the sequel, he's now touching the sequel, and this was back before YouTube went to shit, before, well, pretty much everything in this motherfucker's life went to shit.
Yep. For context about that, and for those of you who've never watched Inferno's Let's Endure of Bayonetta 1, he somehow predicted Bayonetta 2 by saying, and I quote, "It'd be awesome if the demon suddenly betrayed Bayonetta, and, you know, she had to fight both demons and angels. Guess what? We got exactly that. Word for word."
Just thank you for that fast forward installation.
Yes. Oh, by the way, he's also scrubbed because he had to download this game. Fucker. Guess what? I got a physical copy of my Bayonetta 2 with Bayonetta 1.
Also, that screen that just reminds me. Let me just quickly say, rip Miiverse, rip in pieces.
Yes, Miiverse is no longer available, which is sad.
We are.
I like the inclusion of each.
Oh, that.
Save data here.
I'll never get
God,
tired of that.
it has been roughly a year since I last touched this game.
I can't even remember the last time I did.
For people familiar and for those who like thrilling bat, we're gonna go with this. I don't know if I could handle 3 climaxes. Maybe only 2 climaxes.
And of course, Phil goes for the obvious sex joke. I mean, granted,
thank
let's say
fuck I'm not
climax
drinking.
there, but still.
Thank fuck I wasn't drinking,
Yes.
nor am I'm not drinking any alcohol either. Ladies and gentlemen, my drink of choice for this is Snapple Peach Tea. Snapple Peach Tea, but whenever you want tea, that isn't of the lemon variety for once.
The other girl actually does.
Mine's water.
Water is also delicious too.
Yeah, it has no taste.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Well, when I say delicious, I mean like when it's all ice cold and inside the bottle and it's just like, oh.
Hey, Rosa. How's it going?
Camera angle too. I'm enjoying that one. Thank you.
Meet Bayonetta's mom, by the way.
Synchronized bullet fighting. Oh shit.
And yes, I'm not sparing any spoilers because, yeah, this game's been out
This
for a long
game's been
time.
out for like 3 years.
Yeah, so no one cares about spoilers. So yeah, that's Bayonetta's mom.
Oh, hey, get it? We just get the announcement for the 3rd game, like, at the time of this recording, like, literally last night at the TGAs, it was, there was a teaser trailer, and now the Bayonetta 2's been out for, like, over, like, at least a little over 3 years now.
A little over. But, yes, surprise, surprise, we actually are getting a Bayonetta 3. I mean, I was honestly kind of hopeless on that factor because I wasn't expecting it. Like, it came out of nowhere for me.
It was like the Spanish Inquisition, because no one expected it.
Like, what's Bayonetta 3 gonna even be about? I mean, that's my biggest question, is what's it gonna be about? I mean, considering how Bayonetta 2 ended, it seemed like a very definitive ending.
Between 1 and 2, maybe?
Maybe. I mean, that's a
Hard to
possibility.
say.
Oh, good. Anus face.
Could be a prequel for all we know.
Open sphincter on his head.
We'll find out in due time.
Naruto.
Yeah, we'll see what Platinum Games has for us.
Lumen Sage. I wonder who you could possibly be.
We all know it's Baldur. Okay.
I know. But I'm just talking even before the game came out, it's like...
Oh, wait a minute. Don't shoot me in my anus.
Like, it really was not that well hidden.
That's for exit only.
Nope.
Like, I just don't know what it is. I mean, maybe it's when the mask cracks?
Yes,
It
fancy
was probably the mask cracking. I mean, or it could be just the obvious eye.
Yes, they will have lesbian sex for several hours of scissoring. Yes.
Also, Bayonetta and John seem to have switched roles for this, having the long hair and all this stuff. And for the love of God, of course, lesbian
Yeah,
jokes.
no cop sees this or tries to
Yeah,
stop it.
of course. You can still get Bayonetta's long hair in as an alternate costume. You know, after beating the game, of course. And you need to beat the game on, I believe, 3rd climax. I'm pretty sure.
3rd is not even that difficult for, like, you know, what this game is supposed to be. I mean, you play the freaking harder difficulties in the first game, and you're just getting your ass kicked. You play 3rd climax in this, you're only losing, like, maybe barely a third of your health bar.
4 years we've been waiting for
You know
this.
what? I was gonna bring that up. Yes, this game is significantly easier than Bayonetta 1.
Stylish.
Thank
Oh.
fucking
Oh, by
lord.
accident,
It
you
is
took my dress
that
off.
easy
Oh.
compared to the first.
She's completely naked. Look at this. She's completely
Like, for one
naked.
thing, you're no longer penalized for using...
How's that allowed? Okay then. Oh yeah. Moon River, baby.
Virgin! Oh, what? Oh. I see I'm still not over my cough.
Ride 'em, cowboy. I guess cowgirl.
Yeah, by the way, we're both sick, so...
Get hot.
I'm just getting off one, but hey, I can still commentate.
But yeah, Bayonetta 1, absolute bullshit. This game, an epic win in my book. Which, by the way, the reason why I have not played Bayonetta 1 or 2 is because of Bayonetta 1. I actually decided to try normal mode. It killed me inside.
Oh yeah.
You were playing on automatic before?
Yeah, I always play on easy automatic because Cause fuck, I've heard that game was tough, and god damn it, even on easy automatic, I still like got a couple of game overs. I play on normal. I got mostly stone awards.
No touch control. No.
Ah, the short-lived touch control.
No.
God, it's like Mario Kart 8. Remember, where every time you'd say no, you take a shot, your liver would be dead, and then within the next 20 minutes.
Not just your liver, you'd be dead outright.
Depends on what you're drinking.
Oh my God. Look who it is. Santa.
And of
But
course,
yeah,
the freaking train passes by. Why is the train passing by right now?
You're like a voice actor.
Ho, 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 motherfucker.
You know, voice actors in outtakes usually say, "Fucking plane!" Or "Fucking
Yeah.
train!"
Or just other weird shit. And of course, freaking Phil making a bunch of ghetto jokes.
Yeah.
Trying to act like he's all funny and blah blah blah. We've all been through the motions.
Yeah, we've seen it all. We've seen how Phil is with black men.
Yes, good old Saint Crunk is here.
Saint Crunk, I'm sorry! Motherfucker, what? I dare him to go freaking outside and say Saint Crunk to the next guy's face.
Climbing on the fucking buildings, yes.
You know he won't.
Okay.
Well, of course he won't.
Ho, ho, ho.
Heart box. I always love that. Just a heart box. So, I forget what these weapons are called. I believe they're called Love is Blue.
Or Blue is Love. It's either one of those combinations. I honestly forget too, because when it comes to weapons that I actually use in this game, I don't use the defaults. I go for the Chernobog Rakshasa combination.
I've actually kind of forgotten what most of the weapons, unfortunately.
Chernobog is a scythe.
Yeah, thank you. I remember Chernobog now that you mention it. Chernobog, there's the Raka blah 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 blah.
Rakshasa.
Which is, I always call them the dual swords. Speaking of swords, the frickin' sword from Bayonetta 1 also makes a return in this game.
The Sharaba?
Yeah, the Sharaba. It makes a return in this game.
You think they might fix that coding issue with its heart on the hilt? How does someone... What? I'm sorry, I haven't seen this particular video actually in a long time, so I'm going through this very 90% blind. How does someone screw up a numbering climax? It's a super mode. How do you screw up a super mode?
By being Phil, of course.
Well, how do you also make an awesome action game sound extremely obnoxious?
Don't remind me of Final Fantasy 15, please.
Oh, did he do a lot of this crap during Final Fantasy 15?
From what I remember of Part 2 of Black Mirror Mike's this I don't play of Final Fantasy 15, I remember him just complaining a lot, saying, "Oh, this game's unfinished," and all that bullshit. And saying "No, Square, you already released an unfinished game."
Oh, jeez. It's because it probably kicked his ass too much, and he just got salty.
Yeah, he got extremely salty. Hey, it's this guy. Gamera, I believe his name.
That or it's pronounced Gamora. I don't know. They never really give an official pronunciation to most of these things.
And for the actual boss fight with him.
Remember when this was the demo?
Yeah, this is the demo. God damn, it looked epic. I actually played the demo, believe it or not. And also I got my ass kicked a few times.
Well, it's not just me when I feel like the timing for dodging a lot of attacks in this game is different compared to the first game, right?
Yeah, dodging was a little different. It took me a little while to get used to the dodging. A little bit. Oh, we're now here in, I forget where. Ontan, I think it's called. God, like I said, it has bof months to nearly a year since I last played this game.
I'll just call you Not Italy.
Not Italy. Kind of reminds me of Venus a little bit with all the water.
You mean Venice?
I call it Venus, okay?
Venus is a planet, Dale.
I know it is a planet.
Or a goddess, whichever one you want to go with.
Greek goddess. By the way, another new ability that Bayonetta has is now she can hover with her butterfly wings.
We did not need to hear that kind of scream from this guy. And the Muspelheims Granted, these challenges are actually fair, unlike the Alfheims of the first game, which can go blow bull dicks.
Guess what kind of killed me inside? I'll give you a hint. It starts with an A.
It rhymes with Schmalfheim. I never finished all the Alfheims in the first game. I did actually finish all the Muspels.
Yeah, Muspelheims are much, much easier, so don't
No,
worry.
they're much more fair.
Not to mention, they also scale with your progression as well. Like, the harder the game gets, the harder the Muspelheims will get, so...
What?
Oh, so now he's mad at a freaking cutscene trigger.
Oh, by the way, did you hear that?
I think 'cause I had to play this
He
twice.
didn't get it. Not she, he didn't get it.
Well, I don't think I'm gonna get this.
So, wait, did Bayonetta become Seal Phantom Hive in his eyes now or something?
I guess. He also did the same thing at Metroid Prime, where he accidentally called Samus a he
not
before
targeting
correcting
enemies,
himself.
she dodges. Look at that.
So as I was saying earlier, before Inferno, kind of reacted to the no
Well,
we
I
had
see a
earlier,
story, there's a book there.
Bayonetta now has the ability to hover in the air with her butterfly wings by holding the jump button.
I discovered that by accident.
I think most people discover that by accident, which actually makes platforming a little easier now. Thankfully.
You're gonna need a bit of it for, like... Oh, I forget what you need it for, I think. I don't think for the records, but I think for, like, maybe a couple of, like, fragments for the Moon Pearls and Witch Hearts.
Yeah, which, by the way, are in these little chests here, by the way.
Okay.
And I think maybe for the actually, I think they have, like, for a few instances for the Remembrance of Time chests, but I haven't played this game in ages, so...
By the way, I want to also make mention that even if you're on First Climax, which is essentially the easy mode of this game, they A, give you the option to turn on automatic mode, and B, they also allow you to essentially play the Muffleheims in easy mode.
And and they do also allow you to collect the fragments of the Moon Pearls and Witch Hearts.
Yep. So essentially, you essentially get 100% no matter what difficulty you're playing on, which is
Maybe.
amazing.
Shit. Oh crap. Shit and crap. Crap and shit.
Get it? Because toilet jokes.
Yay!
Toilet jokes are funny, don't you know? Oh my god, it's a toilet joke. Ah ha 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 ha.
God damn. This is Phil back when, before the whole YouTube crap happened.
Oh, I gotta grab it. It said grab. Whoa.
Was this around was it streaming on Twitch or on YouTube? I kind of forget.
Alright, hold on. Try again.
It was 2014. I don't remember. I don't remember the Exodus saga, sort of. Let's just say whatever was streamed on... You fucking people, why'd you watch this bullshit? Oh, you idiots. Time that you'll never get back.
Well, I missed it. God damn it! I passed right through it. I think.
What I will comment on is I kind of like the the intros to all the angels and such.
What was it? I don't think I can now.
All the angels and demons. They all have some pretty good intros.
Looking for a way back up.
I guess while Phil is wasting time, and
Like
not
he
noticing-
always does every day of his life?
Yes.
Once.
There's actually another unlockable you can get after you beat the game, other than the Sharaba. There is the Chain Chomp, the Super Mario Brothers Chain Chomp. So tell me, do you
wait a minute,
know about
never
said
mind.
Chain Chomp, dear Inferno?
I got back up. Nice.
And no.
Alright, what was that? item?
Okay.
Well,
The
again,
chain-
you gotta remember, I haven't played this in ages.
Okay.
So a lot of knowledge is a bit
What? I can't
lost
remember
on me.
The Chain Chomp works very similarly to that of Link's Awakening for played that game. Do you need a reminder of how that worked? By any chance?
I need no reminder. And by the way, that was the actual video itself, because Windows 10 is Windows 10.
Got my ass.
Yes, it is.
I don't have Windows 10 because it blows.
Asshole.
I got a Windows 7 laptop.
Can't hit this guy. Look.
Isn't it funny how a previous version is better?
So far mine's breaking down, so mine's breaking down very slowly, so.
What the hell? He became a weapon.
Oh, by the way, the things on the sides of the video is that Tim getting close to death. Very close to death.
So
actually.
much Windows 10. Like, oh my god, it's freaking Microsoft. What the hell are you trying to do?
Anyway, going back to what I was saying about the Chain Chomp. The Chain Chomp acts a little bit like Link's Awakening's Chain Chomp, in which will actually attack enemies even when you're not using it. You'll also attack chests. And I count how many lunges it takes to break open a chest. It takes a total of 50 lunges.
You think a giant chain chomp would break a chest that much easier, but apparently not.
Nope.
Nope.
By the way, does this remind you of anything? A certain graveyard? Ah, there it is! This has some reference. I haven't seen this video.
Never forget the graveyard.
I haven't seen this item play in a long time, so I forgot this was even in here.
4 minutes in,
I somehow called it without even knowing I called it. Wow.
I thought you were talking about the borders of the screen, which I was about to say, you mean most of his Bayonetta 1 playthrough? But hey, I guess this counts for something too. Good god, this was...
I already made mention of the borders of the screen. I already said it was like, close, felt close to death.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, considering how bad he played in the first game, you saw that a lot. Like, oh good god, never forget this moment. Like, even 3 years ago when I freaking did that Let's Interpret Bayonetta 1, I still can't get over how stupid this was.
Oh yeah, let's also not forget his, him not knowing how to use the, Witch Walk.
That was like 8 minutes.
8 fucking minutes of doing... Oh god.
And this, I think, was like 10. Like,
By the way, Ontan's version also includes Phil's commentary about the music. He absolutely hates this song.
because it just reminds me of how much he utterly failed at one of the simplest sections in any video game, like, ever.
Didn't he get, like, a bronze reward from this?
I don't even know.
I'll have to look back on that.
Oh look, Rakshasa.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah.
Climax!
Also, Hammer Guys.
Stop hammer time.
Climax!
Brought a hammer to a sword fight.
By the way, these Hammer Guys, they have incredible super armor, so... You're gonna take a lot of punishment.
Big guys really don't love getting staggered in hack and slash games.
Ride!
It's true.
Riding his ass.
Also, you can ride these things, apparently. It was kind of nice.
It reminds me of the,
I have no one to fight.
the Titan guys from, like, the Arkham games. Like, well, at least Arkham Asylum. Like, when you can ride them in order to freaking, like, you know, smack enemies and all that shit.
The timing is weird.
I haven't seen much of the Arkham game, so...
Just think really big enemy.
Apparently too early.
I know what they are, I just don't know about that sort of...
Timing's weird.
Oh, mechanic, the mechanic.
Yes.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of optional fights as well.
Oh, you need those in order to freaking even get close to a platinum.
Oh yeah.
And
in
it
order to
sucks when you're trying to go for the platinum. I hate trying to go for those in this game. Especially the pure ones.
Thankfully, the platinums serve no purpose this. Unlocks are dictated entirely based on difficulty this time around.
They're pretty fun bragging rights, so when you can do them on some of the really hard things. Even if it's just like a single verse of whatever, then yeah.
By the way, from what I remember, Phil does not get a game over at all in this game.
He gets like
until-
one, but like that's at the end because of just how much easier this game is when it comes to like, or should I at least say there's no instantaneous death via quick time events. Also,
there are a few instant death quick time events. Believe it or not, the intro section has an instant death quick time event.
Oh.
Well, that's it. The combo's over. Yep.
I don't get this kind of multiple time challenge.
Attack
Like,
from behind.
single combo, I don't get this.
Sun maneuver, so to try again.
Like,
Basically, you need to keep your combo up. You need to keep your combo multiplier.
oh, the points, right?
Yes. You basically need to not lose your combo multiplier, which kind of means you need to use your gun a little bit. You know how you just press the Y button, you just use your gun, just shoot.
Yeah.
You need to use that and make sure and make sure you're walking toward the enemy, so that way, you know, in case you're too far away, you can just, you know, shoot them, keep your multiplier up, then proceed to kick or punch the dude.
Also, get used to the Kafka, which is the bow weapon that he's using right now, because like the freaking Kolshedra from the first game, he really likes using this thing, even though it's very ineffective.
He thankfully drops it after this fight, I'm pretty sure.
I did. No, okay, wait, no. Ladies and gentlemen, keep
Alright.
note, this is one of the most boring sections I've ever seen in any one of these freaking videos. When I first did this, I had nothing to say, because of just how boring it was.
For context about the Kafka does poison damage, for reference. Poison damage that is so minor, it might as well just be taking 1 HP of damage apiece at that point. By the way, that reminds me, the Kolshedra that Inferno just mentioned, Kolshedra also makes a return in this game in a different name called the Alruna. I forgot how it's pronounced, but
Is it named literally? Is it literally named after the boss fight that it's like, you know, based off of?
Yes.
So
Yes.
I think I don't know if it's Alrune or whatever. Like I don't know because it never outright states her name in voice, so it's just like.
I remember the name exactly because I actually use it a lot, because the Alrune is actually pretty good in this game, comparably to the Kolshedra from the previous game.
The Kolshedra, all you really used it for was that one freaking all-time challenge that
Like,
involved climbing.
Here's a few of the improvements between the Kolshedra and the Alrune. The Alrune is faster, and it actually stuns enemies pretty damn good. And it does a lot of damage too, which is kind of nice. So if you hated the Kolshedra last game, but you wanted a whip weapon, well, there you go.
Quite the insightful commentary from good old Dave. Isn't it just so insightful, Dave? Like, isn't just Dave over here just doing the most, you know, just deepest of lore
Yep.
in this bloody war of Inferno used rest.
He replenished all of his HP. Seriously, imagine how commenters, you know, felt about this video, because goddamn, it was so boring to
None
watch.
of this was edited or sped up, at least. It was just still there, and it's all just.
Oh look, we're done.
Thank
Look,
God.
We're done.
Thank God. I can take a swig now.
Yay!
To our health.
Oh, or not. What the hell? Kick the whole goddamn tower over.
Bayonetta, don't you think that's a little excessive?
Oh, like you think there's anything less for our favorite witch?
By the way, the Battle of the Lumen Sage now. Which, by the way, is actually a pretty awesome boss fight, I must say. Especially when you have the two titans in the background. going at it.
Oh, wait, wrong game.
No, we're saving that for another time.
Oh, yeah, he played that game too. Fuck!
Yeah, you played that game. Which, by the way, was made by our good friends, Koei
Tecmo.
Koei Tecmo, yeah, thank you. And guess what else they made? Pyro Warriors.
And Fire Emblem Warriors, which, by the way, if you haven't gotten, fucking do it. It's a fantastic game.
I'm getting 3DS version. New 3DS too. While I'm at it.
I was more talking to the audience, but hey, look at that.
By the way, notice that Phil went back to the dual swords.
And he at least is using a more effective weapon, but still, I still never forget the Kolshedra.
I like to think that he basically went to stream test saying, "Oh, it's actually a really crappy weapon." Oh, okay, let's switch over to.
I would not be surprised. Freaking stream chat is like, oh, we don't feel a need to hold the hand.
Double punch.
Now we get it shipped over to Punch Out.
Dun, 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 dun.
I'm not gonna lie, this gameplay shift kind of shocked me too. I was not expecting suddenly Punch Out. Which, by the way, yes, you can still dodge.
Oh, I did
As
good
the
shot. Wow.
You need to
as the-
dodge.
Which, by the way, yes, this character's name is Madama Butterfly. You didn't get to see her much in Bayonetta 1, but here you get her in full view.
And she supposedly is, like, you know, so freaking, like, you know, tight with Bayo that she actually does, like, a fist bump later in the game.
Yep.
Which I thought was actually pretty funny.
Oh, yeah, they do a fist bump. It's kind of awesome.
Although after this fall, I think a good chunk of gamers, like, you know, are really fighting a lot about the fist bump.
Oh, hey. By the way, our
forces.
first demon after Gamora. I forget what these enemies are called.
I don't know what they're called, but hey, they're gonna cut you up.
By the way, a lot of the demons are based on the seven. A lot of the demon names seem to be based on the 7 deadliest sins. It seems.
Makes a lot of sense.
The only one I'm disappointed in is that Alrena is not called Lust.
I think it would have been too easy, so they just decided to go for something more pretentious. Just maybe it's like, I don't know, some sort of in-joke. I don't know.
I would have been more surprised if they made a demon version of the from the first game.
Of the what from the first game?
The joys, you know. The ones
Oh
that get
God!
Oh boy.
You know the ones.
Yeah, yeah, of course. They just kind of cut you out there slightly a bit. Oh look, our favorite horse.
Yeah, slice and dice.
Why couldn't we have that in Breath of the Wild?
Yeah. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Hey, we get the Sataru at least,
Yeah, you got a point.
Jack would come up with,
or the King of the Mountains for people who you know, call by his proper name.
When I eat my yard pepperoni patty, I feel like I'm on top of a mountain.
oh my god, years. Holy shit.
As far as I know, you don't really lose the weapons in these practice
I
areas.
lost the item because I did it in practice.
They do come back.
Did I really just lose that item because I used it?
Don't know why the special weapons button is still mapped to the guns for some reason.
No, I have it. Phew.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Or even worse, the action button for when you're trying to go for the Umbran Tears of Blood.
As far as I know,
Because he's got to complain about this.
As far as I know,
Got it. I got it. And it are you kidding
I like to
me?
think that
Two
film
happened.
mashed.
It said press Y to grab. I pressed Y.
Because I'm pretty sure the action takes priority over your
The game
weapons.
got the bird, but then used.
Someone test it out.
Why the fuck did it do that?
I might test it out myself. By the way, another thing I like about this game is that you get to see Madama Butterfly in Bayonetta's shadow.
Well, so much
It's
for
enough
that.
attention to detail.
For absolutely no reason. Took
I
around.
don't know why, I like Madama Butterfly quite a bit.
Nope.
Fun fact about Madama
I only
Butterfly
pressed
while
Y
I'm
once.
on
I'm
that
not
subject.
kidding. I pressed it once.
When you're fighting that Titan fight, when you're playing as Jean or Rosa, who both get their own
See, all
form
enemies
of
not touching
Madama,
the ground. Oh my god. You know how hard that's gonna be?
they actually summon Madama Butterfly anyway. They don't take all together. That's Muspelheim. This Muspelheim is essentially you don't touch the ground at all. So you gotta pay attention to these pillars. Make sure they don't break.
Because they will break.
They broke the fucking.
And so will you.
They broke the columns. They broke the columns.
The final challenge, the final Muspelheim of this category here,
Well, that was trial and error.
the last what are these called? Don't touch the ground Muspelheims. Actually has you fighting one of the very big angels. You know, one of the big guys.
What
Like
the
he
fuck?
basically
Are you serious?
instantly breaks the pillar, and you basically have to do an air battle by you have to stay in the
destroy
air
all the platforms
by trying
in one
to
go.
basically bounce on them a lot.
Just had to keep using the right attack to hit them all at once so they couldn't hit the columns.
Cough, cough. Wank, wank. Wiggity, wiggity.
Okay.
I'm gonna be a pervert and say "Sweetie, sweetie, come in for the booty."
Reach. Really nice reach.
So, I guess while we're waiting, further trivia, because I'm full of them. When you get this game, when you get Bayonetta 1 on Wii U, you actually get some additional costumes.
What the fuck are you doing?
Inferno, you want to take over from there?
All the hidden items and shit that were here. I didn't
Yes, here you go, looking here, You, no, but you get a Peach costume, a Daisy costume, a Link costume, and a Samus costume. And is it only in this game that you get the Star Fox costume?
Yes, it's only in this game that you get the Star Fox costume.
I like how I just can't hit the
Right.
ball, yes.
Each one have their own set of different attributes. The Link costume turns the Sharaba into the Master Sword, hence why it's in this game as well.
It also changes all the halos to rupees, which is freaking hilarious.
The Peach and Daisy costumes allow you to summon Bowser anytime you do a combo finisher,
Just fucking body in half.
which is kind of fun. A lot of people don't really like the Peach and Daisy costumes. I actually don't mind them as much as other people do.
It's because their design isn't exactly up to par. And actually, fun little thing with the Link costume is that one of her original drafts had an undershirt on, but Miyamoto said that they shouldn't have the undershirt because it didn't fit Bayonetta's character.
Punish.
I know it's weird.
I'm guessing that, like, he was just respecting, like, the wishes of Kamiya and the rest of the Platinum Games team, and, like, especially fulfilling Bayonetta's, like, her personality, because would you really think Bayonetta to be the kind of person to freaking wear more clothing?
Oh, he hit me and it goes away.
Well, good on Miyamoto for being very respectful to the team, the
Weird fight.
development team.
Also, Mr. Ray from Finding Nemo got a hellish makeover. No pun intended.
Hell yeah.
No pun intended. God damn it, Dale, that's 2 in a row! No! We're turning into a meal.
I don't know what's going on.
I
Where am I?
actually, I actually kind of forget what this guy. I actually forget what this guy's called. Actually,
It's just called... I don't even know what it's called either.
I don't know how to dodge that.
I call him Manta Ray the Demon.
Maybe you have a dodge!
Oh, by the way, he's now using the Chernobog.
Thanks to my good old phone here, that's a little behind the scenes stuff, this is actually called Insidious.
Yes, I knew it. I was thinking insanity for some reason. It should be kind of.
That is the definition of
I
insanity.
don't know how to dodge that red attack. I tried. It doesn't work.
Is the definition a giant manta ray?
Insidious, the consumer of all. And, the wiki actually has an excerpt from
Only deal
the
damage
guidebook
first
so you
time,
can read.
okay?
Awesome.
Oh yeah, Muspelheims will now also include demons for you to fight.
Well, it'd kind of be really dumb if there weren't. And the demons actually drop orbs rather than halos. Kind of a little nod to Devil May Cry.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, when are we going to get the Devil May Cry Bayonetta crossover? Because we all know that everyone would fucking buy it.
As soon as Devil May Cry is no longer exclusive to, be more accepted than Nintendo.
No, as soon as Capcom is like, okay, we're going to make another Devil May Cry game, gosh, guys, and you can shut up.
Okay, so this challenge, I suppose we should probably go and explain. You need to make sure, you can only do damage during which time.
So you need to make sure that, unlike Phil, you can dodge it.
And dodge at the last possible second, mind you.
What? I dodged.
They're a little bit more forgiving about this game in terms of the dodge. Like, I think it only lasts 3 seconds.
Also, there's the Chernobog. The scythe,
So-
and it looks cool.
So Chernobog,
It looks cool.
it looks cool. It basically acts like a makeshift chainsaw a little bit whenever you're doing a dash run.
Before you
Or,
ask,
run
no,
dash.
I'm not putting a chainsaw on your arm.
And also basically fires 3 missiles, aka the claws.
I was in which time I still got hit.
Once again, we're having a battle with Lumen Sage. Let's not ignore that.
Oh!
Nice.
Hey, this commentary, isn't it a little... Oh!
Yeah, it's either dead silence or him going.
Oh! Could you imagine just this whole endure just being like, oh, oh, oh.
Oh boy, look at this.
It'd be like one of those stupid songs you hear on the radio.
Oh my god.
Yep. So now we're in hell. Sort of.
Didn't we already answer that when we started watching Phil's videos?
Good one.
Thank you and good night.
So, Bayonetta actually has a few extra torture attacks added to her arsenal involving these demons.
A new torture attack. She sends out a Dark Side Phil video. Ow, it burns!
I think she tortured the angels with that.
God damn, how many hits does it take?
That's a lot to this game, by the way. Like, that makes me want, again, ask the big question, what will Bayonetta 3 have that'll separate itself from Bayonetta's 1 and 2? Like, Bayonetta 2 had demons included, as well as new weapons, obviously. You know what? If Bayonetta 3 now brings in suddenly humans to the mix, that'd be surprising.
Press Y once, yeah. When you press Y to grab the birds,
Oh, look at that. It's context sensitive. It is sensitive to context.
I tried to grab the bird.
It's context sensitive.
That's something they should have.
It is sensitive to context.
That's not intended.
That was my impression of the Scarecrow from the Conquers. That
There's
bird.
gonna be a fight right here, though. Seems like it. No.
Isn't there a golem somewhere?
Yeah, isn't it in the stage that it's like, they reintroduce it? I forget.
Yes. Yeah, this is the stage. The golem actually is a bit different compared to Bayonetta 1. Instead of being a semicircle cube thing, it's now a diamond or a crystal type thing.
Fuck, I don't know the timing of the attack.
Oh yeah, I guess we should introduce this little kid here, who's got a barrier around him a lot, and is throwing cards.
Oh yeah, we completely ignored Loki.
I'm about to die.
Yep. Hey Loki, not the god of chaos. Loki.
No, not Tom Hiddleston.
Oh, now he dies. As soon as I use the lollipop, he died.
That kid who was freaking like, likes using cars and is wearing like what looks like a Millennium Pulsar. And are you sure this isn't a Yu-Gi-Oh reference?
Maybe. Oh yeah. By the way, Bayonetta gets a different end battle animation every time she breaks those barriers.
She literally just shoots the demon bears to the heart. It's like, fuck you, I love you, not. Gosh.
She either kisses the barrier or she just shoots them outright.
Backtracking us a bit and reusing
Yeah, at least she proves he loves you.
Love is deadly, don't you know?
Yes, indeed. By the way, Phil, you got the Snake Within. Oh yeah, that's another new ability in this game. It's the Snake Within.
How do I do that challenge?
Oh my god.
Huh.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he's serious.
How do I do that challenge?
Challenge, but I don't know
So,
how to attach it.
getting into the Snake Within while Phil is trying to... The Snake Within is a sin. Oh, by the way, here's an alternate costume. The Chernobyl gives you a tail and some wings. Anyway,
No idea.
the Snake Within essentially gives. The Snake Within is basically a combination of the tiger, what is it? The Tiger Within, I believe
Panther.
it's called. Panther, thank you. The Panther Within, and combined with the Crow Within. It's called Crow.
No, and I have no idea how to
Maybe
do that
I'm
challenge.
thinking of Rosa. Either way.
Alright, what was that,
Oh, yeah, it's Gates
How
of
did
Hell.
he miss that so easily? Just
Super
Jesus
Mirror 2.
Christ.
Able to store
So right here, this is the Super Mirror 2.
This is basically the oh.
Costumes.
Oh, this is the kimonos. No, the other super. No, is it called like the Super Mirror 60? Oh, there we go, 64 too.
Yep.
Huh?
Yep, the Mirror 64.
Huh? Get it? Because it's a reference. Huh?
You also get Super Mirror 64-1, which essentially is Bayonetta's costumes from Bayonetta 1.
Huh?
After
Let's do it.
you beat hard mode, that is.
And instead of buying any useful upgrades, he frickin' buys
I have no
that.
money.
Yep.
No money at all. I want to see what this is.
So, When you buy the Super Mirror 64 2, you get the Star Fox costume automatically.
So
however,
Phil, what are you gonna do? You're gonna buy any interesting? You're gonna buy some techniques? You're gonna buy some health upgrades, maybe some magic upgrades? Fuck that, dude! I'm buying a mirror. It sounds just like it's like this literal money management in real life. Like he freaking gets all this. He freaking gets a lot of from his freaking stupid pay pigs, like this goddamn cultist. And what does he do? He spends it all on stupid shit.
Yep.
Oh my god, it's mirroring so well.
Oh, by the way, it's got the Undyne, the maracas down there.
Oh shit, so that's what those are remembered. Yeah, okay. Oh, it's Love is Blue. It's Love is Blue. So, with that can confirm, mate.
Okay, I can now confirm.
I bought it. How do I use it?
So the Undyne are essentially a fire and ice weapon.
You're like the ones in the last game now. Those I forget from Bayonetta 1, but whatever.
They're claws. That much I remember.
No, I talk about the name, but anyhow.
I think they're fire and lightning, though.
Elementals. Let's just say elementals.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, because the Odette were the ice skates from the last game. Isn't this very insightful, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah, the Odette. If I recall, he used that in conjunction with the Kolchedra.
Never forget.
I will admit the Odette was kind of useful against a portion of the Jubileus boss fight, but that's about it.
Not the end of the chapter. Okay.
Mostly I get speed my way over to, Jubileus.
Tired of it.
To beat the living everlasting shit out of her.
Oh boy.
I got these guys appear as a coffin at first, and then
Ding
just transform.
dong dong ding.
Are you kidding me? Look how fast he fucking is.
Oh, like, am I the only one who's getting sort of a Transformers vibe every time they turn from a coffin into their robot form?
Freaking just insert the Transformers sound effect.
You can't dodge.
Oh my god, you actually have a fucking point. Never thought of that until now, holy crap.
Good thing I brought it up then.
Only during a lesson do we actually think about these things, ladies and gentlemen.
I guess you can consider these guys more than meets the eye.
God damn it!
I was pressing my trigger when he did that.
Phil's getting his ass handed to him on a silver platter with these guys. Jesus Christ.
Emil would be proud of the puns.
Finish him.
You know, because it's seriously, if you looked real close at the beginning of the fight, it had a pretty big eye in the front.
Fuck.
Yep.
Again, you would be proud of these puns.
Holy shit.
So, how about some more trivia? One nothing particularly is happening. Oh,
Gates of
alright.
Hell.
At the Gates of Hell.
Yeah, first
Oh,
time
next
here
battle.
we're actually seeing the chapter selection screen. Now represented by cars rather than a map with a figure of Bayonetta.
Yes, sir. If I recall, this next boss fight is with Lopter. Actually, I remember his name now.
The pilot suit of the Galaxy's bravest
Oh, no, you mean the kite.
slight alterations.
Yeah, Lopter the Kite. Or as I call him, Kite Man. Dun 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 dun.
Speaking of which, Capcom, good on you for actually remembering Mega Man is a thing. You might actually get money now.
Can we change it now?
And then suddenly, Mega Man sucks.
Oh, if Mega Man 11, is a bad game, then that show's over.
Oh, darn it. I don't
Show's
know.
over.
I have to buy it. I bet you have to buy it.
What's he want to buy?
I don't know what he's trying to do here.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, the Love is Blue also changed into these to the R wings and from Star Fox as well.
And they have, like,
Also-
the frickin' charms of Fox and Falcon, I think. I saw Falcon, I know that for a fact, but...
Also, they also changed the targeting thing to the targeting thing from Star
A
Fox.
targeting thing is appearing on it because it's basically mimicking Star Fox. And Star
Yeah, neat.
Fox attacks
Adoy.
when the square appears on it. How cool
Adoy.
is that? The Star Fox
I'm
targeting
Darth
thing, how
Bill.
things are attacking now.
I note
That is
everything. I smart.
I was about to say, he missed that multiple time, but then now here he is doing it. Oh no, but Dale, what did you go with voice actor? That was a pretty good impression.
I'm considering the idea. These guys, they're basically like the other guys, the guys with the staves. They're basically like them, only demon. They basically power up the enemies so that way they go into what's considered a rage mode of sorts.
That's the best way to describe it.
By the way, Phil. Yeah,
you don't want to waste your time here.
Yeah. Boom!
You'd think it'd give you like a bonus or something for that kind of Class G finish, but no.
Nope.
I lost 'cause I
Also these guys.
Also, when he pointed out the obvious with that Star Fox article, it made me think back to when he played Sonic Generations, when he was frickin' fighting the Egg Dragoon, and he's just like, "Hey guys, it's the Robotnik robot from Sonic Colors," and I'm just like, "What?"
Oh, hey, Lofter.
Oh, look, a freaking kite. We're fighting, and it's a godly kite.
So, should we, I'm trying to remember the story with Lofter. I'm pretty sure Loki
He's an
and
asshole.
Lofter, besides that, for people who actually care about the lore of Bayonetta.
He's basically the evil half of the god of the human realm, Aesir.
Yeah, here. Yes, Loki is the good half, Lofter is the bad half.
Lofter is the asshole, who likes to, for some reason, dress up as a kite.
God damn it.
I don't know why he's dressed up as a kite. That seems like a very weird design.
I mean, before you learn his name, he's called the Prophet, and I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be all, like, symbolic and crap, but he ends up looking like a kite.
The hell's he doing?
Which is why I call him the kite in this form.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, the beat down.
Look at that north of the That's like a Fist of the North Star right there.
Oh, no.
Trying to dodge.
You can't
Lofter
dodge
here
the
is-
kite.
The Lofter here is actually kind of difficult, if only because his attacks come in pretty goddamn fast.
Oh no.
My apologies. Oh, wait, wrong boss fight.
Oh, I tried to dodge it, it still hit me.
Also, I'm pretty sure our good friend Lumen Sage is somewhere. Where is he? Where'd he go?
I think he's right off screen, right there. Oh, wait, no, he's flying by.
He's so
Oh, this?
fast.
I can't tell because I got this. I got the video on 240p
Oh my
because
God,
I don't
I
try
gotta heal.
with
It
360.
sucks when I have
And by that, I mean off screen, because cutscenes gameplay segregation is quite the bitch.
Yes,
There
indeed.
we go.
Could you imagine if suddenly our good friend the Lumen Sage just suddenly came in and just started slashing at Bayonetta out of nowhere?
Oh, that would have been an assholeian move, but then again, that sounds just like our favorite kite.
I meant kind of like a boss switch, you know, kind of like a phase 2 of sorts.
Couldn't dodge again. Every time I press a button now he's counterattacking.
So, I guess I should also make mention of... Oh, hell. Oh, hey, look at that.
Oh, hell.
God damn.
just the most random segue. Oh, hell.
That's a lane.
Oh, hey, Hal. How's it going?
Oh, hi, hell.
Yeah.
Hell have no fury. Like actual hell.
Hell hath no fury like a oh, hi, Mark.
Yes, indeed.
Walk forward by accident or it alerts the bird.
Saying, oh yeah, at the end of each chapter you get cards. Basically you can do these cards. Most of them are pretty much common fights. Like you fight the
Sorry,
accolades, the
Are you talking about the tag climax cards?
yes, tag climax card.
Also,
Which, by the way-
a fun little thing for Bayonetta 2 on Switch. Those are getting a local multiplayer now, so now it's both local and online.
Oh God, what?
I'm pretty sure tag climax was always in online.
It's only online on Wii U, but now because it's now for like the Switch version, it's getting a local function too.
What's this supposed to be?
Oh, cool.
So awesome.
I guess I'm on rails here.
Indeed.
I just gotta dodge the centipede.
By the way, here's a dickholish move.
What the fuck?
There's actually a witch heart on the way down of this, and if you miss it, you have to restart the whole level.
Oh god, what does that remind me of? Oh, that... Fuck, I
Right
can't...
there, that was actually.
Oh,
that was it.
wow! That is a dick move.
Disturbing?
Yeah, that is a very dickish move. And also, you got a boss fight here too.
That freaking reminds me of a collectible, but I can't remember which in particular because it's just like, ugh.
That was a
I mean,
but-
there are so many examples of this particular trope, but it involved going through a long stage, and if you missed it, you'd have to go through that entire part of the long
these sons
stage.
of bitches. I hate to interrupt you right now, but these sons of bitches.
Oh, is this the enemy that has the insta-kill attack?
Yes, the insta-kill
Thomas,
attack.
look at this.
If they turn you into
Just attack
basically,
your-
basically they can turn you into I forget what Bayonetta's other name is.
Cereza.
God damn it. Thank you, Cereza. They turn you into little Cereza, and basically they'll crawl up to you nightmare fuel style. And if they reach you, you die.
Kill enemies without taking a hit.
Instantly.
Oh, this is the hard one.
Let's see. 1, 2. Okay.
I already took a hit.
Yep.
Hard to die.
2 seconds after the enemy appeared. Just that was a record.
Yep. Thankfully, there's
I-
a death.
I'm gonna take a shot with every failure, so it's 2 shots.
Because as soon as I saw him attack, I pressed dodge. Attack instead of dodge.
And
So,
yet-
yeah,
And for the record, ladies and gentlemen, please take shots of actual non-alcoholic drinks in order to avoid any liver poisoning. I am not responsible for your stupid decisions. Thank you, Katie. Thanks, bye.
so yeah, they don't get hit multiple times.
How fucking
That,
fast
as
is
the
this
name
guy?
implies, you don't get hit at all.
So fucking fast.
That's 3 shots.
I will give credit is due. These enemies are kind of bullshit in that they kind of are fast and kind of unpredictable. Like, you really have to be on point about these guys. Thankfully, they give you plenty to practice with, so you should be a little more
I
handle with
dodge! Oh my god!
it this particular most of the time.
That's 4. Oh boy! Thank God this is just Snapple Peach Tea, or else I'd already be getting fucked up.
You certainly picked the right enemy for this challenge.
Okay, good. Only 4 shots. We're at
Oh, wait a minute. No, maybe this is where you're supposed
Oh,
to
here's
go.
Sloth.
What the
Sloth,
fuck
who
kind
for
of
some
guy is
reason is not a really slow and giant enemy.
this? Embracer of extreme
Embracer of the extremes.
Also,
This guy likes extreme sports a lot.
speaking of the sins, freaking reminded me of Persona 5 every time, but then again, that's because Persona 5.
Every time I think of the Sins, I immediately think of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Oh, that too. That's also a good that's a good one to go back to.
Which again makes me wonder, why was Lust not a thing? I mean, I would have appreciated a demon version of the
What an
Beast.
attack.
Maybe because Lust was.
Well, this guy's a weird
Again, I don't know. For all we know, there could have been like a scrapped enemy concept somewhere that just instead went into Alrune.
Possibly. I mean, Alrune kind of acts a lot like Bayonetta. You know, playable Bayonetta a little bit.
What the fuck kind of dude? Look
The
at
weird
him.
thing is that Alrune is like, in the chat they're called like the ruler of Inferno, and I'm just like, bitch, no, you're not.
Bullshit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that role belongs to
Queen,
the opposite of Jubilee.
like Queen Sheba, which for some reason doesn't make an appearance. I thought she would in that chapter because I'm thinking, am I actually gonna fight that bitch? Even after she helped me freaking destroy Jubilees, but no, it's just it's a weird freaking like flowery chick of Alrune, and I'm just like, who the hell is this bitch?
Damn. Ridiculous.
Maybe, maybe. I mean, maybe there's no real defining leader. Well, let me scratch that. Maybe Queen Sheba just rules over, kind of watches over like a god, not necessarily as an actual ruler, just as a god.
Oh, just one of those. I get it.
Longer ways to go.
It's one of
Gotta
those.
open that path, but where does this go now?
Yep. Which, by the way, Queen Sheba does technically make an as well as Jubileus.
Oh,
She-
who? Don't you mean Orn, or whatever it's pronounced?
What the fuck?
Omni.
What the hell?
Oh, I thought it was Orn. What was I thinking of then?
I don't know. But, yeah, basically they appear as a combined form called Omni. Light and darkness.
Orn. What was I thinking? I don't know. Was I thinking something from? I don't even know.
There's nothing I can do about it.
I wouldn't know, okay? I don't know too many characters named Orn.
Die, fuck.
Now, I know I was thinking of Sun, but then again, that's just because the freaking game's been balancing out lately. Have been everywhere. Oh boy, remember this, guys? Isn't this fascinating?
Oh, yes.
Crafting! Ugh! He is so freaking lucky that they don't penalize you for using items.
Oh, yeah. Otherwise, he would get stone ranks out of the ass. Also, let's be thankful he never got to see the Joy's torture attack.
Oh, thank God. And just like, you know, for the record, I actually beat both games without using a single item. That's because I kept forgetting I had them.
Sloth in rage mode is a nightmare in and of itself. He's fast enough already. Rage mode, he gets super armor in addition to being so goddamn fast, and he also gets increased attack.
Why is Sloth called fast? And B, are you hearing anything? Because I ain't hearing anything.
Dude, he's fucking... Even with Witch Time, he fucking absorbs everything. It's bullshit.
Chris, and people actively watch this guy.
Damn.
Hey, look at that. Got a witch heart.
Alright.
What? It didn't even show it increase. What?
Oh,
Dude,
oh yes, it's this again. For those of you who remember Bayonetta 1, when he said, yes, he just basically strikes again. Yes, indeed. For context, ladies and gentlemen, in Bayonetta 1, he bought a witch heart from the shop, and he didn't even notice that it did in fact increase his
Oh, I
health.
hit by that one? Bullshit.
Oh, by the way, returning song from Bayonetta 1, Friend. I love the song, by the way.
I like this chapter. Well, more like the second half of this chapter.
This first half's not so bad.
Oh, no, I like the first half, but I really like the second half.
Seriously.
Oh, yeah.
Why was just every
Which,
fight
we're not gonna
fucking
spoil it.
straight up?
We're not gonna spoil it. Let's just say it's awesome.
I mean, if the cutscene's even still in this compilation, because if it ain't, no, it ain't.
Nope.
I don't know what's
Ladies and gentlemen, boss fight with Baldur. By this point, he's revealed as Baldur.
And You May Call Me Father comes back, and oh my god, still so good.
Yep. In fact, this boss fight is even better than the first one.
Oh,
In the first game.
like a million times better, because it feels like a more fair confrontation, A, and B, it doesn't take forever to fight.
Not to mention, Baldur is actually trying this time. He's not like some smug asshole.
Oh, actually, here's a little fun fact. If, cause I actually read this up while, looking up, some more high-res pictures of his design so I could... Point is, if you actually use an item during this fight, he'll actually say, "I'm very disappointed." Like, something like that.
Yes, when you're not when you're in the menu, obviously, but
Well, if you quick use an item, he will, basically be like, "Wow." So it's basically mocking the player.
yes, but you can't take advantage of this because he leaves himself wide open.
True, but I'm the guy that forgets I even have the items in the first place, so...
Yeah, I try to beat this boss fight as good as I can without using any items. I got very close to death, but I managed to beat him without using a single item.
Nothing happens. Ineffective dodges.
And trust me, that's actually kind of difficult considering how goddamn fast this guy is.
I would love to practice this fight so I'd be good enough to get a pure platinum, with my frickin', eyes closed, but to do that I have to keep doing that first verse over and over again. I mean, it isn't too bad, but I love to, just go straight to the fight just because, for practice reasons.
Can't you access it from the tag climax? Like, isn't that available as an option?
Mm-hmm.
By the way, for reference, the yellow lollipops enable essentially what I like to call invincibility. The red lollipops increase attack. Green lollipops obviously heal, and the purple lollipops give you magic. There you go. There's your description of all 4 lollipops in a nutshell.
There's a small yellow lollipop.
Mmm. Lollipops. And Bayonetta still has, frickin' pearly white teeth after all this.
Another little fun fact is, if you actually dodge in the middle of a cutscene, when the Bayonetta herself is dodging, you press the dodge button exactly as when Bayonetta dodges an attack. You actually start to fight with Witch Time enabled.
How the hell were you supposed to figure that out? I mean, maybe someone might have done it because at that point they're like, okay, I'm not trusting this cutscene.
You know what? Oh, this guy's back, by the way.
Oh my god.
Now we're actually
Get
in
away.
the world of the past, and
The
we're actually
world of
meeting a
past. Wow, that sounds pretentious as fuck.
Bowser? Yeah.
Yes. But yeah, this guy's back. I believe this guy is called. Actually, I don't remember.
I forget. I just call him whatever the fuck. And now he switched over to the Peach outfit. Oh joy.
I tried.
Yes, and yeah, you can. I'm pretty sure he's shown it a few times, but I think you can basically summon Bowser. In the world in the past, you meet up with a lot of old enemies from Bayonetta 1, ranging from the, the minor angels to the frickin' big guys with the giant axes.
How many times does one dodge before they actually can learn the meaning of freaking dodge? I don't know. Get the hell out of Dodge!
We should probably get the hell out of Dodge. By the way, also in addition, you also have Rosa as a partner with you this time. Rosa, when you actually get to play as Rosa, she has 3 times the attack power of Bayonetta, but the sacrifice to that is, unfortunately, she also takes 3 times the damage when she gets hit.
Jesus, 3 times?
You're dishing out 3 times the damage, but you take 3 times.
But you're
damage
taking
as well.
it, so it's like you could pound it in the ass, but you're also gonna be taking it in the ass.
Sucks.
Yeah, she is. She's basically what you consider a glass cannon. Essentially.
Oh, just glass? Are you kidding me? That shit should be freaking labeled fragile, and just be handled by the whitest of gloves.
Now, thankfully, her dodge is exactly the same as Bayonetta. Using Bayonetta a lot.
Do you have more dodge frames?
No, she doesn't get any dodge frames, but if you have enough practice with Bayonetta herself, you should be well suited to play as Rosa as well. Jean, on the other hand, the other playable character, is
Well, I'm dead.
actually a little bit more difficult. Oh, look at that, he actually did die.
Should we count that as a death, or should we not because of the red hot shot?
As counts as a death, because there's only like 2 deaths in this entire playthrough.
Fuck it, that's a death. But hey, people, how about another drinking game for you? And for, like I said, use this with water or something. How about you take a shot every time he uses a lollipop?
Anyway, Jean, on the other hand, when you play as Jean, she basically has less frames on her dodge, at least in terms of witch time.
Whoa.
Essentially, she's a lot less forgiving with a witch
witch
time than Bayonetta is.
I'm getting some deja vu all over again.
However, while you're in witch time, Jean does get increased attack. Hey, remember these guys from Bayonetta 1?
Oh boy, blast from the past.
Come on.
Also, remember when Phil used the Shedra on these guys?
I just remember him using the Cool Shedra on everything that he should never use the Cool Shedra on. And by Cool Shedra, I mean stop using the Cool Shedra.
Finally.
Yeah, but by the way, you see what I mean by the All Rain being a little bit more...
Yeah, I could see it's more practical use, but there's still more useful weapons in this game. Like, just in comparison.
True, but, at least this one's a little bit better than Cool Shedra, at least.
Also, speaking of repeating past mistakes...
Oh, so you remember these statues from the previous game, don't you, ladies and gentlemen?
Oh, how could you ever forget? It's only like he was on that section for much longer than the average player ever should have been.
Oh, is this the check?
So for a reminder for people who, haven't played Bayonetta 1 in a while, you basically dodge lightning, and you need to activate Witch Time in order to cross over the waterfall.
Now that's a blast from the past for you.
By the way, I'm very surprised Rosa is being as patient as she is right now.
Nice.
With Phil. Yeah, exactly. But you gotta love how everything is basically being destroyed around you.
So, I never failed this section, so what does happen? You gotta go back at the witch time, and then you got, can you run over the lava that's way over beyond yonder with it?
The game turned me
No. If you don't reach the other side in time, you basically have to use the crow within
Oh.
to fly across.
Alright. No, wait, yeah, because you do have that by default.
Yes.
I honestly keep forgetting sometimes.
I died again.
Yes. You get the crow within automatically, or you can just walk over there, I guess. That's cool too. But yeah, you basically get the crow within by default. However, you do get a crow within attack from the shop. Basically, the crow within can now attack, so it's no longer just a vulnerable sort of thing.
Well, if you bought it from the shop, you could always attack using the spears.
What's this? Another item?
Excuse me. By the way, there's no longer any bullets in this game.
Oh yeah, angel attack is no longer a thing, but granted, getting items in this game is pathetically easy.
Yep, either you're making them or you're just getting them from
The
chests.
crotch is wide open. Okay then. See that again.
Yes, we get it. She has an upskirt. You fucking virgin.
I don't know. I don't know. The Peach costume kind of does look sexy.
It's like we're playing as Bayonetta.
I mean, better than what people give it credit for.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna be perfectly frank with you right now. Does Bayonetta and subtle really go in the same sentence?
No.
Exactly. So, if anyone and ever is dumb enough to think that, then no. And by the way, now we have Bayonetta Gundam Edition.
Yeah, she's now riding a fucking mech. Which, by the way, that's actually the Umbran climax of Rosa as well. I should probably point that out. Rosa actually gets this mech as her default Umbran climax.
This shit's fucking awesome.
And yes, it's just as powerful as you're looking at right now.
But he's making it look like a bitch.
Essentially. It's a little weird, but nothing you shouldn't be getting too used to. I believe earlier there was also a bit of a boss fight with, another one of the bosses from, oh hey, speaking of another boss from,
Rainbow flashing.
Yeah, this boss is back.
Dude, you saw how much
Oh,
press dodge. Nice.
You see all that health? It just gone.
Yep. So earlier in this particular chapter, you also have a boss fight with another boss called Sempentia. You remember Mr. Shark Fiend?
How do you remember all these names?
I don't remember this boss.
You get my point, though.
Yes. But I do remember Sempentia because he actually has the most epic boss theme of any of the... well, second most epic boss theme. Next to You May Call Me Father.
Fucker bit me.
I'm pretty sure you
Dodge.
remember Sempentia's boss theme. Don't you?
I know what I'm thinking, but for the purpose of making sure our audience's ears don't burn out any more than they probably should, we should not be using our mouths to imitate that.
Yeah. Anyway.
Hey, a bunch of these, chanting themes aren't exactly easy to do without awesome recording equipment.
Stone metal. Yeah,
Okay, so let's see. There's Temperetia, I believe. This was in Injustia, I believe.
God damn, that was wild.
Oh yeah, Silver. Hey, Luca.
Oh, shut up, asshole.
This is probably Luca's only appearance in all of Bayonetta 2 in this particular video.
I don't know if it shows that one part in the final boss where he does appear, but yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't get much of an appearance in this game.
Granted, Luca isn't much of, a major character in this game either, despite the fact they freaking got Yuri Lowenthal back.
Oh, grab me, shit.
Poor guy. Oh, hey, it's the
Boat
ships
was in the
from the
way.
first game.
Oh my god. I freaking am remembering when he got, his ass handed to him by
Oh,
ships.
that hurt.
By the way, Temperetia.
Damn it.
Another boss I semi-remember.
You'll remember Bayonetta 1, damn it. You will love it as it loved you.
Thank you.
And now Lopter.
Now we have actual Lopter, not the kite, but actual Lopter. Who's an
Yes.
asshole.
Lopter may look a little familiar for people who've played this game. And this is going back to what we were saying earlier, how Loki is the good version, Lopter is the bad version. Yeah. That's pretty much harkening back to that whole conversation earlier.
Lopter's an asshole.
Also, these guys.
This motherfucker... Plain and simple, you can blame Lopter for a lot of problems.
Yep. So these guys are actually pretty tough. Not only armored, and yes, Phil just described it, them having super armor. They are really hard to knock around, and they are goddamn fast. I call these guys the elite.
Isn't it funny how gold is usually, like, you know, some of the better stuff, when in real life that shit would probably be so easily destroyable by just a lot of other means?
Minecraft, it's pretty much the easiest, it's pretty much the thing, the lowest durability.
Oh, so Minecraft has some sort of realism in it, holy shit.
Yes. However, it does have the quickest, you know, it does, you know, destroy things quicker. Most.
Oh wow, so the Kafka is actually useful for something according to this guy.
Apparently.
Maybe it's the poison damage? I don't know.
Maybe. I'm assuming it's also caused the long range.
Yes. I mean, granted, you see how far that freaking sword whip goes? But I'm pretty sure if you actually know how to dodge, then it won't be any problem. But that could be said for a lot of things in this game.
Yeah, I use a Chernobog for this boss fight. I call it a boss fight.
Yeah, oh wow, such a crazy boss. Like, I mean, could you just... Oh, wow.
Funnily enough, I actually remember earlier in the game, there is kind of a boss fight that's kind of similar to this, only it's not Centaur. Which, by the way, yes, these things are based off the Centaurs for people who are blind and don't know. Hey, look, Chernobog.
It's always that one attack!
I know, right? Granted, it caught me off guard a couple times too, but jeez.
You have like a second to dodge it, but that second is all you really need to press the ZR button. Like, jeez.
What? Look at that bullshit. I'm in the middle of an insane attack on him.
If I recall, this is also the last challenge before Boss.
Is it?
I'm trying to remember. Like, this is definitely the hardest of the Muspelheims. That much I can assure you. This is the hardest one. Because they give you, like, the toughest enemy in the game to try and beat.
I mean, granted, I know that Bayonetta 2's end comes, like, really fucking quickly. But...
This is a very short game, admittedly.
Oh my god, he had no fucking... and he got shit in on
Yeah, a little bit of health, Phil. I mean, just because you break his armor does not necessarily mean he's beaten yet.
Go ahead.
Dress a break!
So, I actually did play Bayonetta 1 on normal, as I mentioned earlier, very briefly.
Look at that!
The reason why is simply because I wanted those alternate costumes that are only unlocked on normal difficulty.
Stupid shit.
One of the alternate costumes is actually a costume based on Jean. You know, Jean's costume at the time.
Huh, so that would explain that smash alt.
I pressed dodge!
No, that's just simply imitating John's colors entirely. Like, in Bayonetta 1, Bayonetta's costume that looks like Jean's is plain simple a black version of Jean's, you know, costume in that game.
Huh.
Kind of goes hand in hand with the you know, boss theme, that the two boss themes for Jean. You know, red and black and blood and darkness. Which, yeah, thanks guys, that's being very subtle about the symbolism. Did you see how many times he turned into the Panther within right there?
That's because he keeps smashing the dodge button rather than actually using it at the proper time. Because he's a fucking idiot.
Granted, I kind of mash it a little bit because I'm in the heat of the moment. Look, I'm surprised he actually got him. Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised he actually got a freaking, platinum out of that.
Ugh, alright. Now let's beat this fucking game.
Yeah, look at that. He's at the end of the game.
The final chapter, Sovereign Power. Oh, look, our favorite kite!
It's our favorite kite, Mr. Lofter himself. This time not as illusionary as his previous boss fight.
By the time we have him in his full cosplay form as a very glowy kite.
So, I guess while Phil's fighting Lofter and we're at the end of the game, one of the alternate costumes you can get after beating the game on third climax is some of Bayonetta's costumes from the first game.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, when Dale said he's full of it, he wasn't kidding. Because goddamn, this man is a walking trivia machine with this game, I swear.
Ask me any question, I swear I'll answer it without looking it up.
Hey Platinum, maybe you should hire him to test your game. You know he'll play it for hours.
I'll search for all the secrets. I don't care.
Oh shit! They're just like, oh shit, we can pay him extra.
Pay me in 3 copies of the game so I can sell 2 of them. Or not just sell 2 of them, just more like give them away. You know, do a giveaway.
No, even nuttier. They're like They're like limited edition ones, where there are only like 10 of them in the world.
Oh hey, look, Aesir.
Aesir, who I think is just like after Jubileus we get this guy.
Yeah, we go from giant goddess of pure destruction to humanoid human god.
I mean, I know he's supposed to be the god of the human realm and all, which makes a bit more sense to why his form is this, but his boss fight's kind of easy.
Yeah, he's pathetically easy. I downright say he is the easiest boss fight in the entire series. I argue that.
Oh, hold on, I also have like unlimited red fucking items.
Be prepared to hear my apologies like a lot.
So I might as well use all these.
My apologies.
My apologies. Oh my god. And I already heard it. Yeah, every time he does that goddamn attack where he shoves his hands right into your face, like, talk to the hands. I'll admit the wings look cool, though. Here's what disappoints me, though, about this boss fight. You see, because the game keeps making a big deal about the fact that Aesir controls both eyes of the world. Something that Jubileus with only one could do all that shit to you in the first game. He has both of them. He has supreme power over all of reality. And this is all he can muster?
Yeah, that's kind of a letdown compared to frickin' Jubileus, who with only one eye could just manipulate the entire battlefield, punch you, turn you into a baby, and then try to punch you, etc., etc. Here...
This guy needed a third phase.
Yeah, essentially.
He needed a third phase, and I'm not talking like, one of these freaking Battlefield changes. I'm talking like a real third phase.
Like, basically, he acts pretty much like an upgraded Lofter. That's basically all I can describe him. It's just an upgraded Lofter. That's all he is.
He went from a kite to a naked man.
At least he doesn't have a penis. Or a visible penis.
Yeah, spin it.
Oh, Christ.
He said he's technically nude, so...
Well, that's because art. You know how like every most of Renaissance art is of nude people.
Yeah, I get it.
Cause symbolism. Ha ha ha.
I won't give him credit though. How many times do you see a main antagonist just throw down an entire satellite on top of you, or attempt to anyway?
How many times do you see a phase where the freaking final boss is like literally weakened by plot and becomes that a pathetic thing?
Yep. It'd be kind of funny if Phil just got hit by the boss one more time in that weakened phase. So yeah, here's that Omni we're talking about earlier. The combined form of Queen Sheba and Jubileus.
The being of Twilight. I don't know what the actual subtitle is, but I don't give a shit.
By the way, fun fact, there's actually a picture, a game-related picture of Queen Sheba holding a picture of Jubileus.
Oh my god.
I'll find it later.
By God, a drop kick!
Boom! Bitch, get out the way!
Get out the way, bitch! Get out the way!
And now we get Phil's only game over.
Which is the most pathetic game over I've ever seen.
And you know what? It's even more pathetic considering there's not any plants to run into this time around.
Instead, he just acts like a monkey.
Yeah, basically, Aesir here is trying to struggle to get out of the range of Gamora's mouth here, and Phil, yeah.
Wait, you mean he struggles?
Yes, he struggles.
What?
I never knew that. Cause, really, that is so pathetically easy.
Yeah, he actually kind of struggles a little bit. But, yeah, that's the only time we actually see the witch hunts are over.
I didn't feel any kind of, struggle.
That's pretty funny.
But then again, that's because I have nothing to worry about. It's a big straight line to Gamora's mouth, so...
And he's done.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, I guess we should go ahead and spoil the ending. You know that Baldur fight we mentioned earlier from Bayonetta 1? Turns out it's not actually Baldur.
It's Lopter being an asshole.
Yep. Basically, to give context where context is needed, Baldur basically trapped Lopter into his body, which is basically how he became Baldur in the first game. Here, in the very beginning, we didn't get to actually see the cutscene. Baldur actually dies. Present Baldur actually dies with Lopter inside him.
So the cycle is broken.
Cycle is kind of broken, however, it is ultimately repeated here.
But ultimately, though, Lopter does die.
Yes. The cycle is repeated here, however, time
marches on to fuck time travel, plain and simple. Well, in the meanwhile, while freaking the Dave here just likes to ruin it with call me Tanty moments. Oh, fuck off, you fat son of a bitch.
After 4.5 years, they actually wrap up the plot.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Him and Enzo should hang out sometime. But then again, Enzo is actually fun. Also, another fun fact: you can actually get a fight in these costumes that John and Bayonetta are wearing.
You know something I wonder though? I love how these two are in such very how do I say this? High end sort of attire, and yet no one bothers to look at them because they're very clearly in the actual existence of reality.
Oh yeah, they are. Oh, and look, we also get a
Final tarot card.
Yeah, tarot card. Thank you, Phil.
Hey guys, remember when Loki said he'd be reborn? He said, I might be reborn? No, he's being fucking reborn. It's pretty goddamn clear. Did anyone doubt it? I don't think so.
No one's gonna buy it.
Watch him make an appearance in the next game.
Oh, Christ.
He's basically an adult now.
Whatever Bayonetta 3 does... What the...
I didn't mean to do that.
Oh, Christ.
Yes.
And with that, we finally reached the end. Thank God.
Helena Taylor, at least I hope I'm getting your name right, the voice actor for Bayonetta. Jesus Christ, you are so fucking good.
The game was awesome.
Oh yeah.
Seriously, it was seriously good.
So, yeah, that's it for Bayonetta 2.
Oh God.
Thank God.
Unfortunately, it's not necessarily over because we have to see Phil fuck up how to fight
I don't
in
know
the
why
end
I'm
credits.
fighting, but okay.
It's like he
look
doesn't
at that.
remember the first
He
game.
fucked up the first battle!
Nice.
If you get Skull, you fuck. If you get
Always
Skull,
has...
you fuck.
It always has to end with a fuck up, because quite frankly, that's his entire life right there.
Yep. if you get skull and crossbones, it means you fucked up. If you get a kiss mark, it means you've succeeded. See?
I honestly never knew about the skull and crossbones.
I have never seen skull and crossbones.
Well, because honestly, they give you more than enough time to, like, you know, do these battles.
Yep, these credit sequence battles. Which is actually a nice way to end the game, I will admit. A little bit of extra trivia. Bayonetta 1 on the Wii U and soon Switch. Hint hint. Also has extra credits after the initial.
Oh, the Let's Dance Boys video. I thought that was a really funny inclusion, and I was kind of a little sad they didn't make a Bayonetta 2 variation of that, because if anything, the song is really good.
No, I'm not talking about the Let's Dance Boys dance video. I'm talking about the extra credits, crediting Nintendo. With actually the original version of Fly Me to the Moon. The original Fly Me to the Moon. Olden version of it, I guess you can call it.
You know what you mean. No, but now to bring up that tangent real quick, yeah, that Let's Dance Boys music video. Well, it just to at least bring back the song. Why didn't y'all make another version of it? Come on.
No smooch. I didn't get a smooch.
Nintendo probably said something about it.
Says the same people who freaking were like, no, give Bayonetta no undershirt. Let her show that cleavage.
That was being respectful to the character.
Well, considering all the other things in this game, yeah, they definitely let Platinum have free range.
Good shit.
Yeah.
That was a wild ass.
Anyway, we probably here's the.
Oh yeah, Helena Taylor.
Oh, the original Moon River.
Yeah, this sequence also appears in Bayonetta 1. Only it's with Fly Me to the Moon, the original version of Fly Me to the Moon.
It's a cover though, because I think the original was by Frank Sinatra. It's a female singer for that, in the first game. Still great though.
Yeah, still
like
cool.
I love this style of music. I don't know what's the particular name of this kind of style of music.
Tomorrow's mine. There.
No, not the song. I'm talking like the style. Like, the kinds that you'd hear in, the old-timey movies.
Well, I know what kind of grain they're using. They're using, Sempian or something like that? Actually, I don't remember.
Sepia?
I should stop, huh?
Like sepia tone? Or is it more yellow than that? I don't know.
So, my overall thoughts about the game. I think it is an improvement from the first game because it actually...
I'm pretty sure there'll be someone who watches this, goes down to the comment section immediately, who's like an enthusiast on this stuff, and just types it all in great detail.
Probably. I always like to call this style just old.
Just old time, No, but seriously though, if someone wants to enlighten me, then be my guest. Just don't be an asshole about it, or else I'm just gonna be like, ha!
I like the story. The story that linked with the first game was great.
Oh, fuck off, Phil. You didn't like the story. You barely pay attention to any kind of story.
I was about to say, it's just like, wait, he pays attention to story? Since when?
Outstanding. Everything. This game was
exactly. Name one game he actually paid attention to a story at all, and I don't mean include freaking QuickTime event stories.
Goodbye, Bayonetta. We'll never see you again. I'm sorry, but it's
exactly.
It says as Bayonetta 3 is announced.
Unless this game sells really well on Wii U, we're not
seriously, he says goodbye, Bayonetta. We'll never. Bayonetta 3 is announced this year.
Let's see, Bayonetta 3 is announced. Bayonetta 1 got that Steam port, which when it came out, freaking blew the fuck up on my Twitter. Bayonetta 1 and 2 coming to Switch. Bayonetta and Smash Brothers. Yeah, goodbye, Bayonetta. Haha. Remember why Baldur became an asshole? Because Lopter's an asshole.
Yep, Lopter's an asshole. Full circle. And actually, you know what? He's actually the one who started the witch hunts to begin with. So, in reality, Lopter's the one who started
the witch hunts.
That's why he was evil in the first game. Makes sense. That's what I like. They tied it to the first game. They explained everything. Actually,
so, at the end of the day, everybody, Lopter's an asshole.
This is a very, very amount of times, but in this case, the sequel was better than the original, in my opinion.
That's because it's easier. And you get his final reward is silver.
What do they mean I didn't continue? No, I didn't. I didn't continue, but okay.
He didn't continue.
I guess he already forgot.
No, I'm just...
Not day.
Yeah. He
And
made that
his
same exact
memory,
mistake.
Swear to God. It's so awful.
I have seen squirrels with higher attention spans.
Oh my God, I didn't know
Exactly.
While they were in the middle of the road, while a car was approaching.
that. Well, that's gonna be it, everybody, for the story. I want to thank you guys very much for
Just
joining me for the playthrough of
stop
Bayonetta 2.
playing games, you
It took
fat
4.5
fuck.
years for the game to finally come out. I think it was actually
I kind of almost feel like going to Ontan's version of Bayonetta a little bit now.
I wonder what that's like.
Your viewership, and know that I will be
Should we make this a double feature?
for that as well.
You know, for
So,
Christmas.
Maybe someday there will be a Bayonetta 3. Maybe it'll take another
No clue.
4.5 years. Who knows? But
I kind of feel like making this a double feature. Just have Bayonetta 1 as well as Bayonetta 2.
We're gonna go in reverse now?
Maybe.
Son of a bitch.
I mean, I kind of feel like it.
I can't speak in reverse.
You know what? We're gonna go ahead and end recording. We'll go ahead and decide whether we want to do Bayonetta 1.
Hey, I'm the one that does the outros in here. What the hell are you doing trying to check my audio fix?
Hey, I'm just trying to enlighten people. Okay.
Don't jack my audio fix. What you trying to do, Dale? you chameleon fucker. This is how you duplicate. Wait, wasn't I here before already?
Well, something seems different.
Better,
Oh wait, I'm here.
better mic?
Better, Mike. Oh, I'm here.
That too. Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, is this thing on? Oh,
Oh, the camera's on. Okay, but no, seriously though. Yes, Dale, your double feature idea was yes, plain and simple. Just yes.
Yeah, it was voted on, and we decided, you know what? It's the Christmas holidays, which, by the way, as of recording this, it is a day before Christmas. Literally almost an hour, actually.
On the East Coast, anyway. But you people in the non-East Coast and your days behind and stuff. Where was I going with this?
In other words, we're kind of cutting this a little close, but at the very least, you'll have something to look forward to between Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So, hey.
So, good old Ontan decided, hey, I already did Bayonetta 2, and the Bayonetta 1 is no longer in the existence. How about I also do that? And oh, look at that, here we are.
Yep, this is also Ontan's version. It's not somehow Inferno resurrecting the dead channel that is Umber with Jean, or her This I Don't Play.
I can't exactly turn back the clock 3 years, Dale. I don't think any of us can. Although that'd be something very interesting.
I don't even think you have the original video either. Do you?
Unfortunately, I do not.
God damn.
I wish I did it, at least for relic's sake. You know, an archive of a different time.
Yeah, something we look back on.
Remember
Remember that time when you were playing Ocarina of Time? Good days. Good days.
Remember that time when Project 64 really is not the best emulator out there for a Nintendo 64? Oh wait, that's all the time. Bad emulation aside, how about we get this thing started, Dale, my boy?
Alrighty.
Time to go back to the past to watch a playthrough that sucked ass.
Dun 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 dun.
Okay, AVGN.
Okay.
Alright, Dale, let us count it. 3, 2, 1, Lego!
Alright, so here we go. It's Bayonetta, and I would have showed you the intro, but if I did, I'd probably get fucking false copyright claims by 500 gaming bullshit websites, so lick my balls. But anyway, here we go.
Well, as already proven, you can show the intro, and you'll be just fine. Which
Yeah,
is
you can
complete
show-
and utter BS.
Oh, oh yeah, by the way, this is camcorder Phil way back when.
So it's not only is the audio much like louder and unbalanced, but the quality is also very meh. Also, wait a minute. So wait, where's Link? Where's Mario? Isn't this supposed to be that stage in Smash Brothers?
Oh yeah, this is the clock tower from way back when.
Yeah, what a freaking time! Because freaking Bayonetta made it into Smash Brothers, and now that's gonna be a joke, and it's just.
I know. Looking back at this, like, wow, Bayonetta coming in Smash Brothers.
I can't freaking believe it.
Wasn't the Smash Bros. Brawl still a thing in this time? When this game came out,
I believe so.
So we had freaking Metal Gear Solid, so it seemed like a good chance for Bayonetta to come into Smash Brothers next game, and lo and behold, she did. Late, but
and a lot of us said it wasn't going to happen, but we got sure bitten in the ass.
Fun fact is that during these end screens, you can actually move even when Bayonetta's not even present.
And lots of loading.
And it's just basically your practice screen.
Are we really gonna
but without Bayonetta, it's just you moving a spotlight.
Wee.
This ain't a fucking Hollywood movie.
Lots of games make you watch the credits first.
It ain't a Hollywood movie, but this game has a style. And besides, he's like he's never played a Metal Gear game before. Oh wait.
Well, during this time, he actually hasn't. Surprisingly enough.
I was just taking a piss on the grave.
Dumpty's taking his last break.
Yeah, he's taking a. Yeah, he's taking a little piss on Phil's face.
It actually fits so. It fits so well.
Ontan, you and your edits, I swear.
Oh, Ontan.
I even made a comment saying that, the original creator of this How to Play Bayonetta would be proud. And she would.
What is this shitty?
Yay, great music!
Oh yeah, by the way, Phil hates Fly Me to the Moon.
Well, I'm pretty sure after what happens for like 8 straight minutes, he'll really hate it.
Oh, by the way, Ontan doesn't, and kind of puts that in almost full. Almost. I think he cuts out a few.
So wait, he edits in the full thing like that?
Not the full thing. I think he cuts it out. He just doesn't speed it up like Umber with Jean does.
Oh my god.
Hey, Phil finally figured it out.
It is. It's Fly Me to the Moon. I recognize the lyric. Fly me, or in other words. Oh my god! I actually get to do something.
Oh my god.
What the fuck? I was trying to
Oh boy,
find
tutorials.
fucking bullshit cutscene.
Bullshit
Oh, no,
cutscene.
fat bastard.
Oh yeah, here's this famous scene, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, everybody better whip out your phones and look at something else for like 8 straight minutes and he actually puts a timer.
Boss.
Yeah, he puts in a timer.
Ontan, can I please buy you a drink?
I would love to have Ontan on one of our Let's Endures one of these days. I should have asked him. I should have asked him if he wanted to join us for this.
Shit. You think he'd find it?
I don't know if he would join us. That's the thing. I don't know if he would join us. Like I don't want to assume that he's a busy person, but at the same time, I don't want to assume like he's free for the holidays either.
I'm more talking like, you think he's actually gonna find this video, like, post-upload?
Maybe. I mean, okay, did we watch another Ontan video besides Bayonetta 2?
I cannot remember.
I think we did do another Ontan video, and he did comment on one of them. We'll have to look back on that, actually.
Damn it. That's something to see. By the way, I'm actually not kidding when I said whip out your phones and look at other stuff right now. I'm actually legit looking on my phone because this is so
I'm about to pull out my 3DS and just play some Pokemon on the side.
If you're gonna do that, then, you got 7 good minutes. Just be sure your sound is off.
Yeah.
This is the most casual listeners right now. We're just looking on our phones and stuff.
Yeah, why not? Let's see how fast I can get through the Dodongo's cavern.
Concocting compounds. I don't have shit. I don't even know what that is.
I guess while he's looking through menus, we can talk about the menus for a moment. You have several different menus. You got your equip screen, the item screen, which you can create items yourself if you want to. And you have the screen full of books. Those books basically tell you all sorts of different tutorial stuff, and also tells you about the different angels you fight throughout the entire game.
Lore. The deepest of lore.
What the fuck? Come on, you dumbass game.
I decided to do a different file, and actually decided to do Jabba Jabba's cavern. Jabba Jabba's belly.
You could get like halfway through that frickin' fish in the time it takes it to actually. And he's right there!
I know!
What do you think I've been fucking doing?
Man, this is so different compared to the sped up version, isn't it?
At least with the sped up version, it's over just like that. Here, no, Ontan's just like, you gotta see just some of the dumb crap he did in that, like, 8 minutes. Again, I say 8 minutes, but I can't actually remember the exact moments. But I feel like it was. It's either that or the other section he takes a while to frickin' figure out.
It does feel like a long time.
Disclaimer, this guy is not a parody. This is all what he actually does. Jesus Christ. How can one man be this dumb? We don't know either. Your discretion is advised.
By the way, in the time that it's taken Phil to get to 3-man mark, I've already picked up Rudo.
Well then.
I sure still don't see a way to target it.
Oh. Magic jar. Yeah.
What the fuck, dude? This is stupid as hell.
Watch my feet beat the boss before Phil even gets across that gate.
This is just... Freaking gets a Baronade that quickly?
So what am I supposed to do?
Well, I dropped Rudo, so probably not.
Oh my god.
Lottie freaking da.
What the fucking shit? I can't believe this.
How inconsiderate of you, Link.
Well, this is what, like 24 minutes and now I have no clue what the fuck I'm supposed to do.
Oh, Linky.
I can't fly over the gate. I can't break the gate.
I don't even know what to say anymore.
What the fuck does the gate even say? I can't even read it.
There's not really a whole lot you can say. I mean, this is
This is just straight up pain.
Song I've ever heard in my life.
not eating it. I mean, it's more than just pain. It is just, why?
It is a why the hell don't you freaking edit, you moron moment.
To be fair, Ontan could have also edited this out, but
Oh, well, no, that's more on Phil's part because he's the one that originally uploaded all this.
very much.
I mean, how else do you think Ontan got this footage? If Phil actually edited it back then Ontan wouldn't have the footage that we're watching today. It's seeing this glorious, brain-numbing fail.
Oh yeah, this is about when Phil considered even turn off the game because he got, you know, would it have been better for him to rage quit this game early on?
I don't even... Would it is a good... I mean, so maybe if today's Phil played this, he'd rage quit it after the first couple levels. Because that's all he does with games nowadays, well, at least like a good chunk of them.
Yeah, a good chunk of them. He has rage quit more games than any person I know of.
Oh, you mean to the point? You mean to the point where like good old
Markiplier finishes a lot of his games. He either just demos them or he just straight up plays them to the end.
Well, Phil's rage quit enough games, and like even that, I still think like a couple of more since that list was made. But like that, we've actually have somewhere a compiled list of all of them.
No, I can't hit the light. So what the fuck am I supposed to do?
I actually don't remember where to find the boomerang.
It's one of these dumbass games where they make you like strategy guide, isn't it?
Bayonetta, where we talk Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, we're talking about Ocarina of Time right now.
Perfect.
I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but this is actually legitimately boring. I cannot pay attention to Phil for much.
Or at least in this particular section, because, well, I think we already know.
Is there a switch or something over there?
The saving grace is, however, though, like, that Fly Me to the Moon is a thing.
The other side and shoot stuff?
Yeah, Fly Me to the Moon. Yeah, Fly Me to the Moon is actually a really good song, thankfully.
I don't see anything I can target that does anything. It's gonna be 10 minutes.
Pain incarnate.
Complete waste of time.
Man, all those comments,
supposed to be
jeez.
doing here
Jesus
because
Christ.
obviously the fucking game doesn't want you to know I
Yeah, he wanted to look up how to beat this tutorial section, mind you, the very first area. It's like Grandpa not figuring out how to jump over the Goomba in Super Mario Brothers.
It's just a double jump. Why? Why am I double jumping? I can't hit this thing.
Where does it go? Where goes that?
Are you shitting me?
6 minutes 57 seconds.
Oh my god.
Okay. Okay, cool. I can put down my 3DS now.
Yes, we can.
So, for those wondering how far I got about as far as I got as far as getting the boomerang.
And why the fuck was there
Well
a
then.
bar if there's no boss
Oh, well.
fight?
You know, actually looking back on some of the old endures, I look at Catherine and I'm just like, oh yeah, Catherine Full Body was announced, so it's funny. I'm saying that right there.
Yeah, well, because I fucking
Bronze medal!
to find a fucking door because the game didn't tell you had to go there.
Just so you know, he's playing on normal, and I managed to get a fucking platinum.
Just so you know, ladies and gents, normal mode on Bayonetta is not the most difficult thing in the world by any means whatsoever. But if you really don't pay attention to actually how to play the game, then it can and will kick your ass.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it is by far one of the most difficult normal modes I've seen in any video game. And that's not even including the Devil May Cry series, which I've heard is even more bullshit than this.
The Devil May Cry series has its own ways. I mean, especially if we were talking about original PS2 DMC3, which mislabeled the difficulty so freaking bad that the special edition had to fix that.
Punish! Punish!
Oh yeah, we have to meet Jean in this level, by the way.
And he died.
Oop.
What?
Oh yeah, it's also really easy to die in this game.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of achievements and deaths, which Bayonetta 2 fixed.
I guess time ran out or some shit?
By the way, the Shadow Remain cast.
Yay.
That's one.
That made
Take a shot for every single time you hear that, ladies and gentlemen, and I advise doing this with any non-alcoholic beverage. Please, for the sake of your health, like water, soda, just something.
I've already taken a shot, so...
Yep, I'm taking mine right now.
So, by the way, it does tell you right there that you need to attack enemies to fill your magic gauge, and you need to do a total of three torture attacks.
Torture attacks are really freaking fun to do in this game, I love it.
Angel attack. By the way, my favorite torture attack is with the joys,
Oh my god, Dale, what?
because I'm a pervert. That's why.
You would love you would love some of those adult visual novels then, Waka Waka Kyokuk.
So, yeah, Angel Attack is basically where you get more rings, which, by the way, yes, thank you for pointing out the obvious, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, the halos, as they're called in this game, do look like Sonic rings. This is, released by Sega.
Published by Sega.
Huh?
Published.
Published, thank
They
you.
just, I mean, this is back when Sega actually had, like, you know, money, like, or at least a lot more money, so they at least were able to give Platinum some publishing money to make this game, before Nintendo basically had to save the, like, you know, the whole IP from death.
Yeah, if it wasn't for Nintendo, Bayonetta 2 wouldn't even be a thing today.
Sega still holds, like, you know, some sort of publishing rights, but because, like, Nintendo provided the money for the second game, they hold somewhat of a, like, you know, share on the whole thing.
Which is why Bayonetta comes with a Mario hat, a Link costume, a Samus costume.
That's why 2 and 3 are, like, very shaky in terms of release, like, you know, on anything. But the first game is, like, you know, well, fair game when it comes to multi-platform.
Well, I gotta go now. Which, by the way, there's also another thing. Down that very way that if Phil went back right now after he unlocked that thing, he would get his first Alpha.
We'll get into those when we see one. Because the Alfheims are pain.
Oh my god.
Just so you know, the first Alpha you meet has you find one of the big guys, and you have limited punches and kicks. Yeah, it's that Alpha.
Oh my god.
Also, Ontan unfortunately did not include the hilarity that was not knowing how to properly use Witch Time. But just to give you a basic hint what it was like, ladies and gentlemen.
Phil screwed up a lot. Let's just pretty much.
I freaking love that.
Yes. Dirty tampon snake cycle attack.
I'm sorry, what?
Get him. Bite him. Bite him. Yes, come on.
I just listened to that quote-unquote joke, and I'm like,
Hit the highest level. Damn it.
By the way, if you manage to get that gigaton, you get a ton
Very
of
nice.
halos.
And you're gonna need all those
No
halos.
fucking platinum award for that. I drank all this water yesterday. That's baloney.
If you play this game on easy or very easy automatic, you get a lot more health, and I might as well say that your health,
Fuck it.
except for a second bar, and your magic is almost completely like maxed out.
You
there's no
also
fluff.
get the what's that item again called? Like the one that basically does your combos for you.
Believe it's something marionette. I know
Something
it's
along those
Mar-
lines. Oh, that 2 shots.
Who's gonna break the ground underneath me? That's horseshit.
Yeah, that's death number 2.
That's
Depending on, let's see. Depending on how long we are before another section where Phil's gonna be stuck on, which
So I got 16
I believe we've
points.
skipped out on the witch walk
Get anything
by
again.
now.
oh no, that's just coming up.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, I know this set piece anywhere.
All right. Let's wait for the witch walk then. Oh yeah. By the way, this
That would be pretty
boss
cool right
fight
now,
here
some
is
gameplay.
basically a tutorial for the
I
witch
guess
walk.
not.
By the by.
It also shows that Bayonetta had much more stylish glasses way back in the day.
Oh my god, there is gameplay.
Okay, I like her costume, which by the way is also this costume is actually an unlockable after you beat normal mode. By the way.
Does that include the butterfly glasses, I'd imagine?
How about I shoot
Yes.
you in the face?
I haven't exactly checked the shop in ages, so I really wouldn't know too much.
How about using my witching
All right, I'm gonna take a bathroom break. We're gonna be here for a while.
Yeah, he get.
What will I be doing?
Yeah, this is the Witch Walk section. So after the game just showed you that clear-cut tutorial on how to do it, including that circle you see on the bottom right there,
All the powers you
he
have.
still doesn't get the idea to walk on the wall that is clearly right there.
Oh, I guess it
And the game literally tells you that. We're here for a while, ladies and gents. Just
Why the fuck do they keep
once again, just pull out your phones or something, and then like you'll hear the bell once the timer is out. Because oh my god!
Whoa, breakdance.
And keep in mind, none of this was edited out. So that's why we're all seeing it here today.
Nope. Everything's still gone. So how do
I also like the elevator music that he edited in here. It's just like you're just sitting there waiting for an elevator. I feel like I'm just standing there with the most blank look on my face.
Let me look down.
Just like,
I wonder what's down.
My video's slowing down. That's great.
well, shit.
But anyway, I'm back from my bathroom break, and Phil has not figured out how to do witch walk. So I'm gonna continue playing Ocarina of Time 3D.
Yeah, no, just yeah.
I feel like just going for this ghost too. It's just to spite him too.
I have no items. What the fuck?
Oh my god.
I won't, but I'm gonna get straight to Baronade and just beat his ass.
You only have so many options with this one section.
Nice.
And by so many options, I mean the only option that is very obvious to you that the game literally hammered right into your head 3 minutes before the game takes you to the section.
She does. A's right.
Yeah, exactly.
No. I have no idea what this does. It looks like it just changes to the same gun. As a pair of guns. So how the fuck do I use my witch?
So, Dave, what do you think of this elevator music?
Yeah,
Yeah, nice.
they're the same gun.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
The reason why I imagine the reason why Ontan included it is because there's no music for this.
Well, not only that, but it also just feels like you're waiting in an elevator with just how slow it goes.
I forget where this music is from actually.
I don't know if it's from anything specific, but maybe one day we'll get our question answered.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if this is Postal
How
2.
do we do this?
Yeah, Postal. Excuse me. Postal series music, because this kind of sounds like a little bit Postal.
This entire playthrough will make you go postal.
Ontan, if you do watch this, please answer my question about where this music's from, if you don't mind.
And thank you for tuning in, good sir.
Yeah, it's always good. It's always nice to have a creator of such high standards come visit us.
Huh?
Oh yeah, he's trying to figure out how to do the concocting compounds.
Even then, even though he doesn't need to do this in the slightest,
Should we explain how that works, or do you think they can figure it out?
it's pretty clear.
Huh?
There, make sure.
Color-coded for your convenience, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm. You can combine certain ingredients to create, a stronger lollipop.
Enemies
obviously.
drop them, and with the amount of enemies you'll be fighting, you're not gonna run out.
I had quite
Used to find shit out.
I had quite a few lollipops made
Here,
by the end.
Alright, ready.
Just be careful though, items will decrease from your ranking at the end of the stage, in Bayonetta 1 anyway.
Bayonetta 2 fixed that.
More like improve that, because I don't think it was a glitch.
What the fuck is going on?
Nope. The only thing that took away points was if you died at all on the stage,
Using right trigger to dodge while holding down
which is something Phil showed off at the end with his one and only death to Aesir.
But probably one of the dumbest deaths ever.
Techniques, combos.
Dumbest death. Jesus Christ.
Different combos.
It was the dumbest.
Oh lord.
Like, who dies to Aesir? Let alone that section of Aesir.
Only rarities.
Oh, and trust me, I'm pretty sure we're gonna be seeing a repeat of that at the final boss of this game too.
It's like I've seen this before somewhere. It's like 3 years ago. I just randomly decided to do this out of the blue one day. Oh wait.
So what the fuck do I do to get a
I know, it's weird.
I know, right?
Only that was sped up. This is not.
The game's not gonna explain. It makes me look down.
I got nothing else. This is so stupid.
Hole go down.
I'm still on my phone, just occasionally looking up at the screen just to see the stupidity.
First of all, can I break this wall?
I'm just waiting for the music to go out, and then that's my tell.
I think there'll also be another ding after the timer's finished, just like the last one. But we'll see.
Alright.
I jump across
Well, I just had to collect the gold scatulas because there was there. And I'm at the Zora Sapphire with Rudo.
How the fuck do I
Face of the big auto boss fight.
Oh boy, you're pretty much halfway through, or 2/3 if we really want to go there because of how short Jabu Jabu's belly is.
Yeah, that's pretty short. Although it took a little while because of freaking big auto kind of
Oh yeah, even if you know the strategy, it still takes a while just because of how it works.
Mm-hmm.
That's for sure.
Nice.
Yeah, what is this? An octopus?
Seriously.
Dale, why?
Couldn't have myself. Seriously, we got. I mean, what else do we say to this? This hog
Look down.
gosh.
Look, though, it automatically looks down. So I have
Stop making a point.
to go down. They won't let me jump off.
Jump strike one. Whoop.
Oh Christ!
Stone strike two, and Big Al's dead.
Oh, look at that.
And Phil's not progress, I see.
Nope.
Continuing.
Still doesn't know how to edit either.
That foot doesn't do shit. How the fuck do I go down? Is there a
Well, that
combo
part's
to
obvious,
stop
but
me?
Well, yeah, the sky is blue.
Sky's blue.
I don't know. I have no clue. The game gives you no hint whatsoever what you're supposed to do. That's great. Where's the stop combo?
He's actually taking longer on this than the defense.
Hit punch, punch, kick, kick, kick.
How long was it for the fence?
Like 6:57.
Eesh. I'm pretty much at the boss door at this point.
Oh my god.
Like, I'm only one room away from the boss door, and all I have is a couple switches left.
I'm thinking maybe I'm supposed to make
I could literally just beat Baronade right now.
Oh, you can walk on the wall.
7:44.
Shit. Alright.
Ah,
That was completely random that I just
Good enough.
figured that out.
Oh my god.
That'll took me a
alright,
bit
put down.
Not
Put
like
down my
that
3DS
for
again.
7 years.
Ladies and gents, that is 7 minutes and 44 seconds of our lives utterly destroyed because of that.
So, to point out, ladies and gentlemen, it took me almost an entire dungeon just for those 2 sections alone.
Uh-huh.
Oh, by the way, meet Luca.
Oh, hi, Yuri Lowenthal.
You made my father orgasm in his wetsuit, and then he died.
For those wondering about Luca makes a sort of a
Notes on the topic of magic. Shut
another appearance in the Wonderful 101, kind of.
Kitty? Can I kick it? Oh, I can't. Kitty is-
Platinum making references to other games they've made in the past? You don't say. So the sky is blue.
Well, in this case, it's a main character, much like in Bayonetta.
What does it do here?
Sort of.
Dun 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 dun.
Try it again.
Did I pick up my 3DS again? Because I know it's gonna take a while.
And not as long as the other sections, trust me. As long as the timer doesn't appear, I think we'll be sort of safe? He's just not getting the right idea in order to hit the...
Oh, I can't climb the wall.
I don't know, what do you call that other stuff that needs to be hit? I just call it the blocks.
I guess I have to activate the witch time to probably knock down that bridge, don't I? Alright.
I believe they... You're talking about the things you need to beat up that create bridges, or otherwise just open a door. Right?
Yep.
I believe they call that the door time. Ocarina of Time reference.
Ah!
Yeah, I told ya.
Well, even then, this one is temporary.
Which, by the way, if you got the Panther Within, you can just pretty much skip this entirely.
What the why does it
Wait, can it make that jump?
Why is it so fast?
Yeah. I tested this, believe it or
Yeah,
not.
only reason for a fleeting moment. I said, if there was some way for me to move that fast, I tried and it fucking didn't.
It's just my memory of these levels. I just always do that because I know how to use it properly. Because when you, like, when you get that prompt to activate the statues, you do have 10 seconds to activate the statue. So you can go to over here, then activate it, in order to give yourself more than enough time to do it.
Yeah, they give you that timer for a reason.
That's so not fair. She falls through the bridge.
Oh, be prepared to see these flashes a lot, by the way.
Oh yeah, by the way, the claws are back.
The claws.
They want Bayonetta. They want her.
I did the witch time. It didn't help at all.
The demons want their contract. Yuck, yuck, yuck. One bridge later, random dragon head.
I believe this guy's name is Forturido, if I recall.
Wow, I survived.
Hey, Dave, you ready for a quick time event?
Oh yeah, this could come with
Woo, I pressed the button in time.
And fail.
Shot 3.
I died. I pressed the button and I died. What the fuck happened?
For those needing an indication of when you do a quick time event successfully, you either get a crumbling effect or you get a flashy effect.
A stone
Crumbly,
not even a brown,
it means you
it's a big
fail.
fat motherfucker
Oh, speaking of
falling
failure.
It's an Enzo landing on his ass.
If you're someone who plays normal mode and you're not exactly a hack and slasher, but believe me, I know that's a lot of you, and understandable, you'll be seeing a lot of that. But hey, at least you'll actually give it a real attempt.
What the fuck? That's lame as shit.
being we're watching Bayonetta, I'm expecting one of these days we'll be suddenly watching Hyrule Warriors again.
But there's not even a second version of that to justify it.
Oh, stop it.
Maybe one of these days. Maybe it's an anniversary, why not?
Are you kidding me? I lost the fucking axe because I pressed that button.
Maybe it's an anniversary, why
Oh my
not?
god. This is crazy.
Ooh, ready for another one? Another one.
Pressed it. Did I make it?
Oh, here it comes.
Fucking pressed X.
Shot number 4.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the quick time events in this game were stupid, man. I pressed fucking X as soon as it said it.
I fucking pressed X!
That was dumb.
I know these QuickTime events are dumb and all, but even then, should still get the timing.
Come on, man.
The only thing about that's dumb about these QuickTime events is how bullshit they are, and that they kill you in one shot.
Are you kidding me?
Also that, and they tend to appear during cutscenes where you think you might put the controller down and just, like, watch the story. Shot number 5. But no, sometimes they tend to appear during cutscenes or, like, transition so well in your cutscenes where you let down your guard, and the next thing you know, poof, you're dead.
Unbelievable.
I guess speaking about QuickTime events, there is a kind of QuickTime event in Bayonetta 2. I'm not sure about Bayonetta 1, but in Bayonetta 2, if you press the ZR button, which is the dodge button, by the way, in Bayonetta 2, when Bayonetta dodges in a cutscene, you actually start the battle in Witch Time. I think I made mention of that in the when we did Bayonetta 2.
I believe you did.
I wanted to make mention of it again, because it actually does help.
Also, these enemies are on fire, and it actually hurts for you to touch them.
If you have Odette, which is the ice skates, they actually do hit these enemies.
Also, it's hard to... I think he has a Sharaba equipped.
Yeah, he's got the Sharaba. It's better to have the gun. It's better to have the guns because you can just,
Shoot them.
shoot them. Yeah.
Also, a little fun fact about the Sharaba. The Sharaba, part of its design is a heart. The heart was actually supposed to beat, but they forgot to program the beating.
Oh boy, the
Yeah.
catacombs.
Did they program it in Bayonetta 2?
Well, no. Well, even then, in Bayonetta 2 is a completely different sword. It was the Rakshasa, not the Sharaba.
The Sharaba's in the game.
Oh shit! Right. If you did mention that during Bayonetta 2, that one I did forget.
Shadra!
Oh God!
Meat.
Wait! Is this the start of when he starts using this thing?
Fucking shit, you dumb fucking
I don't think it is.
I don't know. I don't know. We'll see.
He equipped it right away.
We'll see. But there's the Onyx Roses, your shotgun, the Sharaba, your sword, the Kolshedra, your whip. Yeah. But wait, Dale, don't jump the gun just yet.
I can't even move.
Well,
Don't jump the gun, as Phil's looking for his
God damn it! I didn't even mean that.
You walked into that one. Don't lie.
I did. I will concede to that.
Hi, Fertiano. What's up? I remember you being a piss easy boss.
It's mad funny. And
He's shooting the pillar, by the by. Just note that.
Yes.
oh shit.
Yeah, he's shooting the pillar. Oh, by the way, lava hurts.
Oh my god.
I believe riding on Odette actually nullifies it.
Yeah, if you were to do this boss fight with Odette, you can pretty much scan the lava just fine.
Oh, he's getting wrecked.
Just die, bitch.
Also, you are correct. This is Fortitudo.
Can I start over?
Thank you.
Fortitudo, the let's see, the cardinal virtue of fortitude and the bringer of flame, according to the Bayonetta wiki.
Yeah, I know some of the bosses.
Oh my god, she won't use the fucking healing item. I'm trying.
I especially know Serpentia because of his boss theme, which, by the way, is the best boss theme in this entire game.
Also,
next to Becoming Father.
Also, he had to use his red hot shot, so that won't count as a shot.
I'm fucked. He's standing over the
Huh. So
Wait, I mean, it's called the
red hot shot. Yeah, I know, but like, I counted that for only the Shadow Remains cast. Yeah. Rub it in, Dale. Rub it in. Yeah. SOB.
He's gonna be on this boss fight for a little while. I'm gonna take another bathroom break.
How many?
Don't just kill my bladder, okay?
How much did you drink, man?
fuck up. Oh yeah. Grab that booty.
Also, guys, you ready for a tasteless joke?
Rape him. She's gonna rape him. Look.
Very tasteless joke there. Also, yes, all Okami fans, like, his face is painted like Amaterasu.
Interesting for a second. What the hell? Oh my god, look at that shit.
Oh, look, it's that fire and lightning pair.
Again with this nonsense? Come on. What the fuck? They both attacked.
I think it's these two that become those claw weapons I was seeing. I forget the name of the claw weapons. Maybe I'll see you later.
Okay, what I miss?
Whatever.
Oh, he's using the full Shadra.
Luca's face having been painted like Amaterasu, and now we're just here on the dude things that become weapons later.
What?
I'm actually on the beasts of fire and electric.
Yeah, these are basically what the claws are. Like, I'm convinced. Like when Rodon kills some demon, that it's those two beasts, but like much bigger or something.
No, they're actually a different kind of angel. But
Oh!
I know what you're talking about.
Oh, here it is. This is like the full trivia right here. In his commentary, Hideki Kamiya mentions that a special animation was planned and developed for Sharaba to play when it is charged. Oh, by the way, like, was it shot number 6 or number 5? Number 5. Okay. Wait, no, 6. Shot 6. I'm losing count already. Jesus Christ. Let's see. The developer Sharaba to play when it is charged. The hilt of the sword is open, revealing Ashura's pulsing heart. During subsequent changes in animation, the developers forgot to link the animation back, and it is not used in game, though the code for it still exists.
So they intentionally hack it in.
I'm pretty sure any modder could easily, like, get it back in if they tried enough, because, PC version. Shot 7.
So, here's a question. Why would you fall into an obvious hole of death?
Maybe he thought the witch walk would still somewhat work or something like that? But that's about it.
That's not how it works.
Nope.
By the way, that is a big sword, not gonna lie.
Oh, Beast Within, baby! She's a panther.
Alright, the Beast Within! You basically run even faster and jump even further. Also, the Beast can double jump, as Phil will find out soon.
Wee!
What the fuck?
Even I knew that, the Beast Within had, the same mechanics as, Bayonetta herself. Albeit, it cannot fight. Now, with the Beast Within, after this chapter, you also get the Crow Within as well.
You get to buy that, don't you?
Yeah, you get to buy that. The Crow Within basically allows you to fly a short distance.
Shot 8.
Yep.
And the 4th death in this one level alone.
Yikes. Yikes.
Also, the claws are called the Durga.
Oh yeah, they're called Durga.
Yeah, it's been a while for me.
Yeah, the claws are based off of the claw enemies from this game, actually. The duo that have fire and electric abilities. Or properties, rather.
Dude, it doesn't work.
And they're pretty fast, mind you.
Like, right now the game is literally giving him, like, an extra frame of dodging, and he's not using it properly.
Yeah. Oh yeah, also he gets the Bat Within, which actually...
That's what it is.
Yeah, the Bat Within. Which allows you to dodge pretty well, so long as you're able to dodge at the last second.
Again, it basically gives you, like, another frame to dodge, and it can become a lifesaver if you learn how to use it properly.
Oh yeah, there were times where I really just, I was really just...
It doesn't work.
By the way, yes, he is slowly dying in this tutorial.
I don't think you can actually die in the tutorial, though. I think you can get low health, but that's about it. I mean, if you actually can die in a tutorial thing, then why?
I actually tested it. You can't die.
You can't.
No, you can't.
But it'll look like you are.
Yeah, it'll look like you are, but you cannot.
Here, I just think Bayonetta's getting a headache.
What a waste of a move. What's this?
What a waste of a move. That's not what all Smash Brothers players would say.
Why do do so much damage
Yeah.
from one hit?
Oh, no.
Yeah, here are the guys with the Durga.
No. Dale, you notice the weapon?
Shedra? Yeah, I'm aware.
Cool, Shedra.
He used it in the last fight, too.
Okay. Let's get the brass tacks out of the way right now. The Cool Shedra, when it comes to offense, it's like practically the worst weapon in the game.
Yeah, Kolshedra is not nearly as good as the All-Rain from Bayonetta 2, which was faster, had a lot more offense to it, and can stagger enemies pretty easily.
Shot 9.
And I should know, I use the All-Rain quite a bit. I do switch back to other weapons, but I do use the All-Rain just to be a bitch.
I'm pretty sure
Also,
the All-Rain was the answer to the Kolshedra's poor offense.
Also, I used it on Baldur quite a bit.
11.
If you can believe it, the All-Rain is actually really good against Baldur, believe it or not. In Bayonetta 2.
Again, I'm pretty sure that was the answer to the Kolshedra's piss poor defense. I mean, this stuff is good, I'm guessing, for, like, technics and, like, just one mission in Alfheim, but that's really about it. In terms of just practically using offense, you're better off literally using any other weapon you find in the game. Hell, your default guns are better than this thing.
By the way, we got a little girl following us.
I'm stunned.
Oh, hi, little girl.
Mama explained that little health bar right there.
It's pretty obvious what it is.
Yeah.
It's her health. She dies, game over, plain and simple. Anyone who's played Resident Evil 4 knows this sort of thing.
Yeah, it's an escort mission. Anyway, yeah, the little girl's name is Cereza. No spoilers of who she is until we get to that point in the game, but let's just say she's a little girl of importance.
I can't do anything.
He going dead? You going dead?
He gonna die. He gonna die, bitch.
12.
You guys that go back and forth beating you while you're trying to fucking hit them. Interrupt your combo.
That's what you get for using the Kolshedra, bitch.
And he's gonna keep using it for like another quite a while, which is a pain, especially when you keep hearing that whoosh sound effect, like all the damn time. Like, it's not even as satisfying as you really would think it is, considering it's, again, I will keep referring to its poor offense.
By the way, I especially know this chapter because this chapter introduces the joys.
You would memorize the chapter they appeared in.
Which, by the way, fun fact about the joys, they actually copy whatever costume Bayonetta has at the current time in this chapter when they're disguised as Bayonetta.
What the heck? Did he just clip? Did he clip through the frick?
I think that was a game bug. I don't think that was supposed to happen.
Yeah, he clipped through the world. I've never seen that. By the way, hi Temper Chia.
Okay, hello, you and your long fingers. Also, I'm surprised Ontan didn't keep in that weird phone call.
Very strange.
Yeah, no, and yeah, that's one more one I remember.
the
It was like when the Rapidash dash. Don't you want to hear about it?
Oh, by the way, this is where the car enemies come into play. These guys.
It's a car. I have to kill a
Ironic. Demon car.
13. It's weird, because the prompt didn't break in this one, yet he still died.
Hey, it was too late. It was straight up too late.
Alright, like, yeah, I mean... Oh, no!
Okay, we got into the Alphons. We've been saving the commentary for them. They're basically bullshit. They have a lot of different Alphons, ranging from limited punches and kicks to this one, the out-body experience.
You basically nerf yourself, and also you also can get hit. You can only get hit 5 times in any like Alphon challenge. Here's the thing: you get hit 5 times, it's done. In one of these out-of-body challenges, your spirit can get hit, which counts as a hit, but so can your body, which is inside that bubble, and which the angels will go for if you leave it unguarded.
Yes, they have aggro toward your body because they, in a sense, know that your body counts against you.
They killed her?
And since you can only be hit 5 times, that's quite the BS. And again, the Alphons are just... they're terrible. I mean, you do get heart fragments and magic pearl fragments, which increase your health and magic respectively permanently after you get a certain amount of them, but the Alphons are just, in my honest opinion, not freaking worth it because of how annoying they are. The multiple Heims in Bayonetta 2 are 20 million times better than these things.
That's a lot. That's a lot of zeros.
Well, I at least completed all the multiple Heims. I couldn't be bothered to go after all the Alphons. I at one point did try to, and promptly stopped because of how stupidly annoying they got.
Oh yeah.
To anyone who has done so, more credit to you, but I can't.
To put it bluntly, the Muspelheims are a lot more fair.
Yes, much more fair. Especially since they don't have any limited punches and kicks, which requires so much precision, just the most specific of specifics in every sense of the word. I mean, I'm talking even more than Devil May Cry sort of specifics. At least with Devil May Cry, those challenges are still fair, like in a slightly better sense from what I remember. I'm pretty sure there's still some stupidity in those, but at least I know a few people who would definitely do those more than Alpheims.
You know what? To prove how bullshit the Alpheims are, they actually have you I believe later on they have you battling a boss of all things, with only one hit. You cannot get hit by the boss at all.
And this basically being like, you know, one of those hack and slash games, bosses take a while.
And you know which boss they chose?
That must be what it is.
They chose John.
Oh lord.
Yeah, who's essentially another Bayonetta. So you can imagine how long it takes, and not to mention how fast she is.
Oh, okay, but so that way I bring mentions that way. I don't get like the talk, unless we already have in the comment section. Haha. But you can, if I remember correctly, you can actually go back into your body and move it, so that way it basically gives you a slight grace period.
Oh yeah. I actually tried out this particular body challenge. It took me a while, but it took me not nearly as many tries as Phil.
The definition of insanity. And now, this Night Crusher here makes a good point.
And here's another thing. I also used the Sharaba and the Onyx Roses to beat this challenge. I didn't use the Kolshedra and the, the Odette.
Why would you
I did
even use the
eventually switch over to
Kolshedra
the
to
Odette
begin
because
with?
they're Fire Angels in this one as well. Just to bring it up.
I know, but why would you use the Kolshedra for anything that's supposed to be offensive to begin with? I'll never understand. Because that's another good point, though. Switching to a different weapon would have helped him.
Kolshedra is slow. Like, it is very slow. Look how long it takes for it to do just a simple combo.
Oh my god.
Like, the Odette is causing more damage and a faster rate, no less.
Fucking down left the whole time. And she's still attacking the same.
Oh, I completely forgot about the whole controller and the camera thing he used to do back in these days. Oh, how stupid that was.
Man, we were taking on.
Just attack me.
Oh boy. Talk about. Oh yeah, he forgot to go out of body, so now he's not doing. He's doing piss for
Just
damage.
fucking kill me now. I mean, this is stupid. I'm not even out of body.
Oh, wait, you can still do damage even when you're in the body? What?
No.
Okay, I was immediately like, wait a minute.
What the fuck?
And if you can, it's so minuscule, it doesn't even matter.
You can't stop
0.1 points per. God damn.
This is so fucking ridiculous.
I'm pretty sure you can't even stun these guys when you're doing this particular challenge in body.
How the fuck are they still hitting?
How the heck can he even do anything when he keeps using the goddamn Kolshedra?
Yeah, the Odette is pretty much doing any of the flinching.
Like, what is his, like, what was his fetish with the whole, like, Kolshedra thing? Like, was he just trying to prove a point, or did he just like the concept of Bayonetta using a whip because he has some sort of creep factor into it? You know, I'll just go with that.
You know what? I imagine this was similar to God of War. God of War 3, no less.
What?
In God of War 3, he did not upgrade a damn thing. None of his weapons.
Oh, I remember that.
Not his HP or his magic, I guess we call it that for now. I don't know what it's officially called, but might as well call it magic.
It is
But,
called magic.
Yeah, he never upgraded a damn thing in God of War 3, and he still managed to beat the game. In which he basically gave the whole internet a middle finger, claiming that the game is that he didn't need to, have upgrades. But you know what? There's a reason why upgrades exist. Yeah, you don't have to necessarily put those upgrades, but that's for people who know the game well. That's only for people who know the game well, not for people scrubs like Phil.
The thing is, okay, basically to add a less Cieli point onto that, look, like, a self-imposed challenge of not upgrading God of War 3 is one thing. For a player who not only knows the game, but also plays better at the game than Phil plays at pretty much, well, everything, considering his quote-unquote playing skill in this one challenge alone. I'm pretty sure that many other players...
Over to Tharaba, by the way, in case we missed that. He
took him off.
Switched over to the sword.
But as I was saying, it's just like, I'm pretty sure plenty of players in God of War 3's, like, long existence, and that game is fucking great, by the way, have loved the game so much that they actually do try and beat it without upgrading a goddamn thing. I'm more than sure that's been done. Trust me, but, like, as someone who's been on the internet for a long time and has seen plenty of shit on YouTube, a lot of people love to do some freaking weird as hell self-imposed challenges.
Nuzlocke, Pokemon Nuzlocke.
Nuzlocke is an entirely different league, Dale. Whoo, Jesus, that's an entire video on its own. But,
yeah,
like,
we can go on an entire, video of Pokemon Nuzlocke alone.
Phil really has no room to talk if he had so much freaking trouble doing that.
God of War 3, he complained throughout the entire game how bosses were so pathetically hard on him. Like he could not do anything right. And all because he decided, for some dumb reason, people probably were commenting saying, oh, Phil should upgrade, Phil should do this, Phil should do that. And he let his pride get the better of him, and he complained so much.
After this, I'm leaving.
Much in this same sense, where he's not using Kolshedra now, but
he switched back to it.
Oh yeah, he did switch back to it eventually, didn't he?
Oh yeah, he switched. Yeah, he's just like.
Yeah, he switched back to it. All right.
Yeah, wow.
As if the self-post challenge uses incredibly bad weapon just to piss people off, and you know what? It kind of worked, but pissed him off more. Because guess what? He's failing this much on this one challenge. I get it. Alphines are bullshit, but not this bullshit. Not even close to this kind of bullshit.
You know, with that whole, like, you know, middle finger to the internet, it reminds me of the freaking PS1 Spider-Man. When he was like, I'm gonna do what I want, I'm gonna play games how I want, tough titties, all that shit.
Yeah, and he also called PS1 Spider-Man the worst game ever. I'm not claiming it's gonna be the best game ever, but it's certainly not the worst.
Oh, I played PS1 Spider-Man, like, I mean, it's dated, like, you know, it's pretty dated, unfortunately, because, like, you know, time is up and kind to it, but in its own right, it's still a pretty freaking fun game, I'm not gonna lie. I even beat on hard mode.
Congratulations.
It ain't easy, but hey, I liked it.
By the way, we're in Paradiso, if I was wondering.
Hey, Paradiso.
I guess let's go into a bit of Bayonetta lore for people who's kind of curious about that sort of stuff.
There are 3 realms: Paradiso, Heaven, Inferno. Get it? Which is basically hell. And then there's the middle ground, which is our world, the human realm of chaos.
Purgatorio.
Purgatorio is the very in between.
Oh, hey, Golem, what's up?
I dodged. I'm fucking pressing.
Dodge lightning, get witch time, and avoid this son of a bitch. Otherwise, he knocks you off and you get a game over.
I'm not even counting shots anymore. Screw that.
The worst part
Yeah, we kind of lost track after.
After the giant all-fun thing kind of melted my brain. I believe this is 14, but hey, I don't care. I'm gonna count my own ways now.
Let's just start with 14 because I'm pretty sure it was 13 last time.
Oh, hi, Golem.
So explain Golem. Here, Golem is a. I like how Bayonetta was flat for a second there.
He's basically a volleyball.
To a degree. Describe Golem. Here in this game, he's one of the angels, essentially. In Bayonetta 2, he was just kind of the guardian to Inferno.
Platforming.
I guess.
Oh my god.
Platforming.
I guess he was a different Golem, but still. By the way, one other thing. Phil actually skipped out on a weapon.
Where did he go? My fucking power up
Like an LP fragment?
fell off the fucking ledge.
Not just an LP fragment. Well, yeah, an LP fragment, but sure, why not? Let's go with that.
But what was the weapon?
The rocket launchers?
Oh, Kilgore?
Yes.
I wonder if the Kilgore glitch still works in, like, the other version of the game.
Yeah, we might want to explain the Kilgore glitch, because I don't know it in detail, but I'm aware of it.
But first, yar, mateys, we're about to board ye with bitches witches.
Okay. Look at that.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, he's getting mauled by ships.
I can't even hit these guys.
Jesus Christ.
By the way, yes, you can get on top of these ships. They will retaliate when you get on their backs, but at least you can get on them.
The TLDR on the Kilgore glitch, it basically makes you fire so many freaking rockets on the screen that it gives you a ridiculous combo score, if I remember correctly.
Not only that, but also deals a ton of damage on enemies.
It's like they're getting freaking hit in the face with like a crap ton of ballistic missiles. I'd hope it does a lot of damage.
Yeah, you can kill some of the toughest enemies with just the Kilgore glitch alone. In fact, it has been frowned upon for making the game too easy.
15.
Yeah, it has been frowned upon by many a Bayonetta player.
Not that I've seen, but hey, that's because I don't really scour around for people who use Kilgore.
Oh, just look it up on the wiki. You'll see it is frowned upon.
What? Okay. I'm right on the fucking.
Don't do it, actually.
Oh, there's a hole in it.
Well, we'll look it up on the wiki.
I believe this is where you get the LP. If you notice down there's some land you can potentially land on. Yeah, that's basically where you get the Kilgore LP.
No need to pity me. I was bored anyways.
I'll try it, but.
Oh boy, another all fun. This is gonna be so fun, right, guys?
No, use Wicked Weed. Defeat all the angels before.
Is that like you're having fun?
Okay, this all fun is basically it's like, hey, do you know combos? No? Well then, you're in for a fun time.
Yes, yeah, you can use your Wicked Weeds, which by the way is essentially your combo finishers.
You know how to do combos? No? Well, may the odds ever be in your favor.
I've done it before, apparently.
Yeah, Wicked Weaves are taught at the very beginning of the game, by the way.
Well, I'd hope they are, or else derp.
By the way, this is one of the easiest angels you can ever defeat, and he's still fucking up.
You know what? Can I just leave?
Like, there's one Wicked Weave he's been using so freaking often by accident, or I just probably the only one he actually knows how to do, yet at the same time he doesn't know Wicked Weave.
Yeah, for those catching up, for those who need to catch up, it's the one involving a giant ice boot from the sky.
You'll recognize it by its very quotable quote, and the one you'll be hearing are probably a lot of the end.
Let's put these missions in that have no fucking bearing on.
I love that boot.
Oh,
I love
Christ.
the boot to the face.
Christ, you know what that reminds me? That reminds me of freaking Delta Symphonia 2, when, like, one of the quotes of the main character after their mystic art is, "This is the end!"
By the way, for those wondering about the fists and feet for a moment, let me just go ahead and comment about that. Essentially, your fists at like the
Why would they make it so that you could still
I love this little glitch. He gets a silver medal, but still dies anyway, and still have to do the fucking battle.
They really played
16.
Anyway,
fucking dodge after you
your
win,
your
so
fist
how
attacks
is that
are basically your light attacks. Your foot attacks are your strong attacks.
I have to do it over again.
Your heavy attacks, excuse me.
Chain them together real nicely to make a great combo.
Left stick, what the fuck? What the fuck?
And kick some arse. Hopefully.
Boop, 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 and rape by a ship. How do you get raped by a ship?
Don't ask. That's one debate I'd rather not get into, my friend.
By the way, notice he's not dodging hardly at all, and if he is dodging, he's dodging poorly.
He's mashing the dodge button too much, which actually works to your detriment.
Yes, you can tell he's mashing the heck out of that dodge button when he's going to Panther Within.
Oh, I'm
And
just
again-
waiting. I'm
and
just
again,
waiting.
You can get on these ships. You can't attack the core. Which, by the way, that little bit that looks like an entrance. Yeah, that's their weakness. By the by, basically, a little thing that the missiles are coming from.
It's time for a fall into space. Space. Space.
Unbelievable.
And goodbye.
Or I can't see anything. Look, they started with the camera to my fucking
Next
back.
part.
We.
There's no way I would have seen if they were shooting at me or not.
Oh, I am getting real sick of the fucking Colchester at this point.
Get used to it, buddy. We're in for the long haul.
I know. Hey, it wasn't any better back than the original either.
Hey, at least you have me this time.
That-
Suffering with you.
Yeah. 17, and that was a pretty hilarious death. Dies and then falls into the abyss. A double whammy.
As it loads, here we go.
Double kill.
What the fuck do I do here?
Holy shit, shit.
Now, if I recall with these vines, he should be close to
Oh, good. Two golden bosses.
yeah,
You know
you
what
see
damage
him.
you just do it one hit and I couldn't even see him because of the fucking camera angle.
He used the I forget what he's called.
Whatever it is.
Here, have some fucking knives.
Don't you have a wiki up?
Jumping.
Can't you
but
tell
I guess
me?
not.
I did when I was reading about the Sharaba, and then that was about it.
Hitting.
I mean, let's see if I can get it back up.
There is he. Here we go.
I faintly remember this, actually. This entire section. Mainly because
So
of, mainly because of the dragons.
So for context, you basically need to beat the dragons using witch time because these guys are a little too fast for you
There we
otherwise.
go. Get out. Another one?
Another
Come
one.
on, dude.
Yeah, you're definitely a little bit ahead of me. I didn't
Well,
want to make
that's what
fun.
always happens with our Endurance now.
Yeah, pretty
At
much.
least it's only by like maybe 2-3 seconds. That's compared to like 15.
Yeah, true.
Hello.
So again, you basically use witch time to, basically slow these guys down, rather than waiting.
The fucking enemies don't even come after you.
Let's see, though. Oh, so the one with the weird fingers, Temperantia, whatever the hell you want to call it. I don't even know the official pronunciation.
Let's just stick with that for now.
Well, how'd you pronounce the other one? Like Sepentia, whatever you said?
Depentia.
Oh, it's basically another dragon-looking thing.
Hey, it's supposed to be a shark, actually.
I thought that was like to skip this.
No, this one looks like it flies. The hell?
It doesn't necessarily fly. Those wings are just there cause Angel.
Huh.
Oh my god. So note to self. If you're gonna make a game that's fueled by a story, make it an interesting...
Yeah, so Serpentia definitely kind of looks like a dragon, except you said it's supposed to be a shark? It's the weirdest looking shark I've ever seen, then, if that's the case.
Lame.
Hold on, what was this complaint here?
When do I shoot?
I have no idea. He complains about such dumb stuff.
Hold on. Let's go make a pause here for a moment.
Wait, what?
Let's make a pause. I want to hear that again.
Fuck it.
Let's resume.
3, 2, 1, go.
What the fucking shit, dude?
Sorry about that. I just had to hear what Phil's stupid complaint was. Oh, by the way, Jean's attacking him.
Oh, is that what that is?
The camera's fucking horrible. I can't see where I'm going.
Damn!
So yeah, boss fight with Jean. Remember that boss fight Alfheim was talking about? This is basically around that point.
Press dodge.
I mean, she's
So-
fast and she's not exactly as big of a target, so...
Essentially, she's a second Bayonetta, for those who need context of who Jean is. She's basically a second Bayonetta. You do actually get to play as Jean after you beat the game with all platinum, pure platinum trophies.
You really gotta get all that?
Fucking luck on that, by the by.
Oh, here's oh, I love this section, don't you?
Oh yeah, you take the the electrical thing. You need to put Cereza as close to that Halo wall as you can, and yeah, keep Cereza out of the water.
Thankfully, though, she does regain HP.
Yeah, she does regain HP, but you need to make sure she doesn't take any damage.
And also you, because the water's slowly but surely rising.
Oh my god.
Yep, it's slowly rising.
At least, wait, it doesn't look like it's rising up to a certain point.
Oh hey, Serpentia.
Oh, wow! So the wings really were just for show.
Yeah, the wings are for show. He's basically a giant shark.
He's a shark with wings.
That was great.
He's also got tusks, I've realized. I just noticed. I didn't know it's tusks. This is actually a really cool... By the way, Serpentia has possibly one of the best... Oh, we're not going to even get to listen to it? God damn it.
Nope.
Anyway, speaking of cool boss things, here's Jean with Blood and Darkness. Which, by the way, what's your opinion on Blood and Darkness as a boss thing? We talk about You May Call Me Father and all that, but let's talk about Blood and Darkness for a moment.
I have not heard this theme in quite a while. But considering the fact that I actually at one point did actually go back to the because you gotta go to like an entire stage in order to play this fight again, don't you?
You basically need to play through a section that's similar to that of Star Fox.
Oh, the Space Harrier section.
Yeah, Space Harrier. Thank you. That's what I was thinking of.
Oh my god! But yeah, considering the fact that I deliberately went back to the Space Harrier section just to play this fight again. Yeah, there was something that was done right.
Oh, by the way, Phil, I'm pretty sure that's a lit cunt.
Oh, damn!
I know, but I'm just trying to correct him. That's not a lit asshole.
Come on, man!
I know, but... Hey, I have to correct him on something, okay?
Does it have to go that far?
I don't fucking care.
Oh shit, what this?
Oh yeah, by the way, quick time event.
I was about to be like, oh, wait a minute.
Come on, man.
And kaboom.
18.
I'm pretty sure there's a lot more deaths here. Ontan's not showing a few of them.
I'm talking about the shots.
Fucking quick time event.
I know, but I'm pretty sure there's a lot more
I
deaths.
hate that shit, man.
Like I said, I count the shots for Shadow Remains cast.
Oh yeah, final part of the boss fight.
Oh my god.
No more missiles.
Getting fucked up. I have no health.
I seriously love this theme. Like, it has... Like, I like that piano, that organ that plays during the boss theme.
Also, doesn't help that he still is using the cool Shetra.
Whenever I fought John, I always use the default guns to fight her.
Oh, that's poetic, dude. That's poetic.
Poetic and awesome. Oh, by the way, finally buys a witch heart.
Oh,
Oh, it didn't go up any. I got robbed, dude.
Flashback to Bayonetta 2.
That was maximum
For us, anyway.
vitality.
or well, quote-unquote flashback.
Dude, I should have saved the game. That's
More like a flash
bullshit.
forward, I guess.
Yep.
I didn't know that was maximum vitality.
Like,
By the way, doesn't it really, besides the green and possibly purple, lollipops, he doesn't really use any of the other lollipops. Like, he doesn't know that the yellow gives him invincibility, the red increases attack or anything. He doesn't really use those.
nope.
And look how he save files!
That's just weak ass fucking programming is what that is. Yeah, let's
Like, goddamn, man, what is with all those save
Yeah,
files?
fuck you.
I would say that's for LP's sake, but that's more for RPG Let's Plays than anything else.
Oh shit.
Yeah, this is a pretty short game, believe it or not.
Yeah, you can beat this game within a day.
By the way, the 8th of all building. Again, awesome music.
Can we just agree that this entire OST is pretty freaking awesome?
I found a few tracks I didn't like.
You know what? That max vitality might actually work. Maybe just the.
So I can't say the entire OST, unfortunately.
He
Sorry.
he notices that his tiny second health bar, you know, just disappeared. Like, oh my god. Like, how brain dead and blind do you gotta be to not notice that?
So, by the way, did we mention that Platinum Games is a big fan of Mega Man games?
How are they now?
Yes. Believe it or not, they actually enjoy bringing back previous bosses in a weaker state. They did it for Metal Gear Rising. They did it for Metal Gear Rising as well, where you fought, I forget what their names are. Monsoon, and I forget who the other person is.
Wait, was it Sundowner or was it the other chick?
It's the other chick.
Okay, her name I really don't know.
But I know he fights Monsoon. Sundowner doesn't get a rematch with. Technically, Jetstream Sam does. Technically.
Well, that's because doesn't Raiden get his ass kicked, like, you know, by Sam at the beginning, and then, like, you know, later is when you have the proper fight with him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, that's the only thing I know for real.
Bullshit.
But yeah, Platinum Games enjoys doing boss rematches, which is kind of very much like Mega Man in a sense. I know that's a very poor comparison.
Yeah, I was about to say, should we really say Mega Man as an example?
It's the first thing that comes to mind when you think of boss rematches, because they're so iconic.
Yeah, I mean, like, well, it definitely plays the trope a lot.
Now, it should be mentioned that these are actually not necessarily the same bosses as the one earlier. These are actually weaker versions of them. Despite what film may prove otherwise.
Like, what would be a good comparison with the whole other weaker bosses thing? I don't even know. It's like when you tell a great artist to make a commission for you, and then it comes out pretty well, and then you try and draw it yourself, and it doesn't come out as well as you hope to be. Kind of like that.
Kind of like that.
Yeah.
I mean...
Disclaimer, I say this, and I'm not an artist in any stretch of the means, so, at least in my case, good comparison.
Well, a certain someone is, who is essentially kind of dating you and all that.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Dale!
I don't mean to say anything, but she is a better artist than you.
Dale?
Yes.
I did it again, it didn't work.
Really?
Yes.
Shout out to Inferno's girlfriend.
Wasn't necessary to
Anyway,
bring the tangent that closely, but okay, Dale. I mean, Jesus Christ.
We're kind of watching this boss fight here. I mean, what else do you want me to comment on? Like, he's getting his ass handed to him by this babyface boss fight.
This is ridiculous. The dodge isn't working
Like,
at all.
it's seriously a babyface boss fight.
Even the guy that didn't play the game knows there's a weapon other than the whip.
Bill, get on the thing.
Well, I have no life, so
Get on the snake!
great. I'm dead. Oh my god.
Killed by plants. So wait, so we're on frickin' Totem Lorantis now?
Why do you have to refight bosses and give versions of
I
original
don't-
boss
I don't
battles that
get-
were awesome? This is stupid. They should just let you go fight the
Now I believe he's on the Ithafal building part 2, the upper floors.
In a worse version than the first time.
Electric Boogaloo?
So I'm pretty sure he's... No, he's still on the lower floors. My bad.
Here we go again.
The lower floors and the upper floors have different songs to them. The lower floors are more action based, more action based. Oh, here's the upper floors right now. The upper floors are more methodical.
Give me a
sort of
fucking
sounding
chance to
soundtrack.
figure out what I'm doing. Jesus.
And yes, I'm just literally kind of, you know, talking about shit to talk about stuff because
God, you gotta be
this
kidding
is
me.
literally the
Okay.
worst I've seen Bayonetta be played.
Hey guys, remember that one section from that level in Sonic Adventure with the lighting up panels and stuff?
Break that.
I don't.
Stupid. Oh, wow.
Sorry.
Well, I do, so I'm gonna bring it up anyway.
Climb all the way back up, which sucks.
Hello, Lost World, how are you doing?
I flew and break danced my way down.
Yeah, fallen platforms.
Oh, come
Oh,
on.
for
besides-
the love... Platforming! Platforming! I wonder, was
I
this
forget
before
where
or
he-
was this before
Actually,
or
I
after
forget where
Devil
he
May
needs
Cry?
to go, actually. I don't really remember the Ithafal building that well, unfortunately.
So wait, Devil May Cry was after this playthrough,
Why
right?
the hell did that just happen?
Yes.
Alright, just making sure, because I'm just like, ugh.
You can tell based on the changes of his
Now she's
voice.
breakdancing again.
Oh,
my
by the
God.
way, no
This
fall
is the
damage,
absolute
thankfully.
cheapest part of the game.
Well, why would there be? I mean, she is quite the witch.
The bird won't
Well,
go
because the
up.
game's kind of bullshit already. Why not have fall damage?
It's the absolute breast. I mean best.
Where the fuck's the ramp?
Yuck, yuck, yuck.
Again.
Just listen to this soundtrack. Doesn't it sound awesome?
Oh, fuck yeah. I mean, even right now, as my head actually goes ever so slightly achy because of the stupidity. And it's just a stupidity headache. I mean, you tend to get it a lot when you see dumb people play video games, or you tend to see a busy city traffic.
But yeah, as you listen to this soundtrack, it's so awesome. And by the way, there is actually a little, like, ramp that you can go up that you can just, you know, get on these platforms easier.
Yeah, but he doesn't know that.
I'm gonna wait.
Now, from what I remember, the main goal is to get to a certain point in which you'll be fighting the Golem again. Another boss rematch of sorts.
He really wants you to play volleyball, doesn't he?
Oh, you gotta be kidding.
Too bad they don't succeed on the volleyball until Bayonetta 2. Spoiler warning.
Wah, wah.
Able to make it this time.
In which case, in Bayonetta 2, they actually used the volleyball to open up the gates.
That was so... That was...
It took
If you want to talk about
them-
something poetic, now that's also pretty poetic.
It took them a finite amount of time to do so, and yeah.
Okay. What?
Oh my god.
Didn't work.
Man, we are seeing this crow within, aren't we? A lot.
Oh yeah, and
What is going
with
on?
platforms that light up more than a goddamn Nintendo boss weak spot, you'd think he'd know what to do.
Pretty much. That is a weird angle for that breakdance.
Huh.
Seriously.
That was quite...
That's the door. I
just
gotta
right in
get
the
over
cooch.
there. How the fuck do I get over there? I gotta jump across these again, right? Without fucking up.
Yep.
I believe there's a heart fragment in that chest over there.
Oh my
Wee.
How fucking high am I?
I'll go over what you
Shit is
get.
this?
Here's
I do have to fight this
Serpentia,
guy again. Are you kidding me? I have to fight every
who
boss
plays
over.
this
Come
traditional
on, dude.
theme of the evils and goods of man.
Oh, I didn't dodge. Okay.
Yes, I actually know that boss theme
Oh
word
my
for
God, beat
word.
my ass.
I am not surprised.
Come on, it's a good song actually.
Hey, if it's good, then okay. I'm just saying, I'm not surprised.
But yes, this boss fight's timed, by the way.
Eh.
That debris behind,
Dodge.
that debris behind Phil is not just for show. It will actually progressively chase you. In which case, you pretty much need to beat this boss fast.
You either beat it fast or you're gonna have yourself a Bayonetta barbecue.
Pull an arm off or what? What'd I do? Couldn't see his arm, so how the fuck was I supposed to
This boss fight is not nearly as good as the actual Serpentia boss fight, by the by.
Dale, I don't think any of the rematches really are as good as their originals.
I would like to also go ahead and say again, these aren't necessarily the same bosses, but weaker variants of the originals.
That's like the fourth time you said that.
I know, I'm just kind of get the point across.
Well, well, hey, it's working, so... I at least hope it's working. Did y'all get that? I hope you did.
Sorry, I really love this theme just so much. It is the best boss theme. Like, the other three, I'm not really too impressed with, unfortunately. I'm like, eh.
Stop being a bird. I'm pressing the fucking button.
He's mashing the button is what he's doing. I mean, how many times in like the past 5 minutes has he activated freaking Crow Within?
Crow Within, Panther Within, doesn't matter.
See anything?
The button mash. And not even the good kind.
Tiny and microscopic. I'm supposed to know what I'm doing.
And video slowing down. Come on, video.
Oh my god.
Goddamn processes.
Oh,
Can't
no.
handle this much action.
It's the fire.
Yeah, fire effects like that.
It's just straight up fire.
I can't see what's going on.
Yeah, it's actually kind of killing my video processor right now.
Oh,
Goddamn.
is it actually the fire effects that's probably doing it? What?
Yeah, it's actually the fire effects.
Unbelievable.
Whether it be fire or
It's like
static.
fucking microscopic.
No matter what.
I'm dead?
Oh, he might kill Serpentia. Or no, he actually died to Serpentia. Never mind.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
So again, the boss fight is timed, so you gotta beat him fast.
So wait, I don't think Serpentia's health bar was all the way through, so the fire just caught up?
Yep, the fire caught up and he died.
Alright, because I mean, I know it's timed because, like, you learn the hard way that the fire can hit you, but I didn't, like, know what the death animation looked like.
Yep, that's a death animation.
Oh, hey, Future Boulder.
Hey, Ace here, what's up?
What?
That's what the plot's like. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
No matter how dumb a game's story is, if the cutscenes are especially quite...
Bunny rabbit. Bunny rabbit.
What? You shut up and show it at least a little bit of respect.
I remember in the original Let's Endure, you said what to that exact same bunny.
Well, yeah, like, I mean, I didn't know Ontan left it in, and B, it's still just as dumb as ever, especially when you factor in the fact that he just is deliberately not paying attention to the story.
Yeah, he is very deliberate. Oh, by the way, we don't get to see the Baldur boss fight
Whatever the hell that
in
was.
this one.
Also, I think that may have been a bit of a Lopter beam, but we won't know that until a couple years later.
Oh shit.
Spoiler warning, yes, that this guy is actually Lopter.
Dude, I have no idea
But
what's
I'm
going
pretty sure you
on.
got that from the previous Let's Endure.
Dude, what the fuck?
Wait, what the heck?
As soon as the cutscene ended,
He
I
died.
fell off the edge and died.
Wait, is this the section where you're playing as Jean?
That was stupid.
Yes.
You can what? You can fall to the earth?
Yeah, you can fall. I actually learned that the hard way.
I never knew that.
Me off the side of a ledge after the cutscene, and I have to redo this part. Wow.
Wow. I just learned something new today.
Captured, and she's about to she's about to be a victim to awakening, essentially the eagle's god, Paradisio's god. In which case, Jean needs to go up and rescue her.
See, it didn't make any sense. Why the fuck did I fall?
Despite John Bayonetta being enemies just a few moments ago, yeah.
Well, she was
actually-
brainwashed, wasn't she?
What a game bug.
Yeah, she was brainwashed, hypnotized, etc. Against her will.
Oh, Jubileus boss fight. Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen, the great Dia herself, Jubileus.
with one of the best boss themes ever. Oh yeah. Hey Dale. How many eyes of the world does she have?
One.
And she can do all of this.
Unlike Ace here,
Who has both eyes yet is pathetic.
yeah, essentially he's a glorified Lopter.
Well, Jubilee's, I mean, A, look at that health bar. Look at that health bar. B, look at that size. Look at this battle arena.
She is a goddess among goddesses.
And hear this beautiful music track.
Oh, now they're up again.
That's right. This is the Great Jubilee, for those of you who want to know the soundtrack's name.
And again, I will keep stressing, just like Dale stressed with the bosses, this is just with one eye of the world in her possession. I can't even imagine what it'd be like if she had both.
Queen Sheba be fucked. or you have essentially something very similar to the anime version of the boss fight.
And maybe in a way, but even then again, like, you know, with the anime version, that was still just one eye of the world.
I know. I just mean it'd be very similar. You know, you basically play as Queen. Oh, this part.
That'd be a pretty cool, like, you know, boss fight, though, and...
Hit everything for bonuses.
Hit everything for bonuses. You mean the planets of the frickin', like, you know, the planets of our basic solar system.
Yep. Also Earth, by the way. Which, by the way, how did Queen Sheba send Jubileus from Earth only to suddenly get sucked into the sun?
No, they're, like, all the way, like, past Pluto at this point.
Yeah, I know. Like, she punches her so hard, she goes all the way up Pluto, only to come on back to the sun, passing Earth, by the by.
Because her punch is... It's not called an infiniton for nothing, Dale.
I guess I shouldn't try and put logic in a video game.
Besides, Pluto is much farther than the sun, Dale. Like, I mean, do we really need to go over solar systems here?
Oh, by the way, Pluto is no longer a planet. Just want to point that out.
Whatever!
So it's definitely not even a planet in our solar system.
I'm not even gonna go into logistics with this look at this crap here. Like, I mean, fuck it, let's dance, boys.
Alright, well, while this goes on...
I love Let's Dance Boys. It's a really good song.
Lower this a little bit. Let me
I can love this jazzy shit right here.
I mean, at the beginning of the game, it seemed like it was going to be a very repetitive beat-em-up.
Oh my god. It's, you know what? Hey, the retrek? Yeah, still painful. I hate seeing this game be so butchered like this. I mean, here's the thing, ladies and gents. I bought Bayonetta on a whim. I mean, I happen to have some spare money from a gift card during the holidays, and, you know, I'm scrolling through the website, I see this game. I remember seeing some Call Me Johnny's review of this, and I remember, hey, why not give it a shot? Bought it on a whim, and here I am, ending up frickin' loving the goddamn thing to death.
Yep. You know what? My inspiration for buying Bayonetta, as well as Bayonetta 2, was actually Inferno, believe it or not.
Was it?
Yeah, I watched your Let's Endure of Bayonetta 1, got interested in it, and decided to buy the compilation because you kind of told me about it, because you said, you know, Bayonetta and Bayonetta 2 are coming out as part of a compilation. I'm like, okay, I'll just wait. I bought myself a Wii U, got Bayonetta 2, and a story. I got myself a couple of really great games as a result of watching your Let's Endure.
Well, look at that. I moved up in the world, and he failed this section!
Pretty much.
He died in the credits of a game, but hey, look at that. I made someone actually get a game that they ended up really freaking loving in the end.
And it's so fitting that I'd be watching the Let's Endure that inspired me in the first place. I mean, it's not the exact same video, but it's the game. Like, it's the Let's Endure of the game that inspired me, and look at that. I'm now part of that Let's Endure now. It's crazy to think about, actually.
It all comes full circle in the end, dude.
Interesting action.
Hell yeah.
For me.
But thank God we're at the end of this, because God. Oh,
Yep.
wait, we still got the dance sequence. I almost forgot.
Wait, did he leave that in? Did Ontan leave that in?
That's it.
I don't think he left the whole thing in, but I think he left part of it in.
I freaking love this jazzy version of Fly Me to the Moon. It makes me feel like I'm watching one of those really old movies.
Oh, he doesn't leave.
I hate that, but hey, maybe because copyright? I don't know. I really don't know. Whatever. Let's see. Oh, look at all those stones. He got like one silver over there, but it's mostly stones.
Yeah. I think he also got a stone also on frickin' Baldur as well.
I'll
Epilogue. Yeah, you got stone on Baldur too. Wow.
Do better. This is your reward for beating the game.
I'm surprised they didn't make
Here's the dance sequence.
I'm surprised they didn't make a dance sequence for Bayonetta 2, but yeah. Well, I'm mainly just like, you know, talking about more just because I like an excuse to hear the music track again.
You just want to hear Moon River again, don't you?
No, I'm talking about the Let's Dance Boys.
I think they have their own version of Let's Dance Boys in Bayonetta 2.
I still like that rendition too. I'd like an excuse to hear it a second time.
Yes, now we have dancing people with it.
Oh yeah, this is actually a really nice little dance sequence. Like, you even got some of the side characters too. Like, you got the other witches from the past.
You even got some of the freaking angels doing it. Hell, you get in one of the sections, you get the freaking Joys doing it too.
Well, they are essentially a less glorified John. I'm being player.
I love how we're completely ignoring his commentary, but hey, that's a good thing.
Oh boy. Also, I like how Bayonetta's hair, you know, her weaves are just going crazy there.
Burn those clothes right off.
Yeah, like, isn't it amazing how her freaking hair extends to the fact that it's her clothing? Like, again, that is some kick-ass hair.
It's a feature
I know, right?
dancing video.
Amazing.
Like, seriously, what is her conditioner?
So what do you think? Do you think this is motion captured from a real?
Imagine her conditioner is Le Magica.
Is that also her shampoo?
Maybe.
Magic, plain and simple, just magic.
That or L'Oreal. Yeah, the same shampoo and conditioner that Mega Ampharos uses.
I would ask how she, like, you know, bathes, but Bloody Fate already answered that.
Why is this so long?
I will have to watch that.
Oh, you still haven't seen it?
Nope.
Well, you should. It's
I'll
pretty nice
make an
rendition.
effort tomorrow. I'll make an effort actually later today because it's now Christmas.
Eve.
Oh, now we have dancing angels. Look at this.
Hey, look, it's Joyce we're talking about earlier.
A fucking Michael Jackson's Black or White video. People from all over the world are dancing.
By the way,
Look at
yes,
the
I
gyration
will
of the hips,
hands down admit it. In
the
Bayonetta,
circular motions.
the Joys aren't
Yes.
downright my favorite enemies in this entire game.
Is it just because they're essentially, like, you know, the angel versions of Bayonetta?
Yes.
I want to see the final boss god dancing.
Seriously, with hot bots like that,
Here
you
we go,
can't
now
go
Sean's
wrong.
dancing.
They also have the most, like, self-aware torture attack in the entire game.
Oh hell yeah!
Again,
Yeah,
this
yeah,
game
yeah.
knows what it's doing, ladies and gentlemen. It will spare no quarter in letting you know how self-aware it is.
Possible.
Oh yeah. By the way, I'm pretty sure in the original Legendary, Umbra with Jean didn't even include the whole dance, and yet Ontan is.
Yes.
I remember what Umbra Sean did was, like, you know, at least, I don't know if Ontan still does, but she includes at the end where Phil essentially predicts Bayonetta 2 correctly.
Look, they're both half naked.
Oh yeah.
In which I'm just like, good God, why?
Yeah, Phil predicted Bayonetta 2 years before it was even a thing.
I'm pretty sure a lot of other people did too, but the fact that this guy did and frickin' went off to play and ruined that one too just made it even worse.
Oh yeah. What's Bayonetta 3 even going to be? That's one thing I'm curious about.
But we're all curious about what Bayonetta 3 is going to be like.
That was probably
I mean, especially since a lot of us thought it wasn't going to happen, because what else is there to write about? But hey, okay.
Jesus Christ. Naked 3D model.
I'm with you there, just...
God, I don't want to hear the sound jukebox, but
You know what?
feelings about
You know
this
what?
game-
Fuck you, Phil. You've never
And I
seen a
was trying
naked
to say
woman
in the
before.
credits until I had
You've
to
never
10 more
seen.
action sequences. I think the game's really good. I think it's at the beginning you really
35
He thinks it's really good, after he kept bashing it the entire time.
Oh yeah.
Same song and
He
dance
bashed
with this
the
guy.
story. He bashed the story. He bashed the gameplay. He never changed weapons at all. And then he just insults the music video at the end. Yeah. Yeah. I praise the game all right.
He does this for almost every game he plays.
That are interesting that would give you some replay value. Is it worth a $60 purchase? I don't know. Depends on how much you like it.
And ladies and gentlemen, Dale has become Shao Kahn.
And I'd like to play the sequel if there is a sequel, to be honest.
I'll send him to hell.
I really wish I didn't buy it. I mean, this is more of a weekend.
God,
I played it
why?
for about an hour and a half.
He'd love to play the sequel if there was one,
I played it all
unfortunately.
day, and I beat it. So if I had just rented the
And
sequel
I'm
for
almost
weekend, I
certain
would
he'll
beat it.
play the
So
sequel of the sequel.
Disappointing in that aspect, but besides that,
Watch it be a prequel instead, though.
Original, different.
You know what? When Nintendo basically content IDing all of, like, you know, videos involved with anything for them, I highly doubt he's even gonna bother touching it.
They have to over-review
Well,
it, but
technically Bayonetta is not their IP. I mean, yeah, they give money to the project, but I don't think it's their official IP.
Well, if it's not Nintendo, it'll be Sega, because, you know, it's like...
Oh, thank God the video's ended.
Thank goodness! Sweet Jesus.
Sweet relief.
Oh, for the love of Jubileus, Shiva, whatever, all the goddamn Angels of Paradisus, the Demons of Inferno, I don't care, thank God it's done. I'm taking a big sip of my drink.
And I think other videos he's done: Phoenix Wright, Dynasty Warriors, Horizon.
But that's Bayonetta 1. I can't believe I'm actually coming full circle seeing this again, but hey, I mean, it was sort of nice, like, you know, remembering, like, you know, what happened 3 years ago, but at the same time, I freaking hate seeing good games like this be ruined all the time, but we keep seeing that happen all the time, so you know what, I shouldn't even be saying this, but whatever.
And it's good that it's actually very good to, you know, basically go full circle for myself too, because like I said earlier, like I watched the Let's Endure Bayonetta off of Inferno's channel, and that got me to buy Bayonetta and Bayonetta 2.
Ontan, I don't know if you'll ever see us find it or whatever, but if you do, good sir, we would love to thank you for making, like, you know, this How You Don't Play compilations of both Bayonettas. It was a good trek.
Let's hope that he comes back for Bayonetta 3 should Phil ever touch that.
Let's just hope for the best, Dale, at this point. Let's just hope for the best. That's all I can say about anything when there's just let's just hope for the best. You see, it's vague enough too, because you don't know what might happen anymore. You really don't never know what might happen anymore. Anyhow, how about we just outro outie?
Alrighty. Twitter, YouTube. Yeah. Anyway, thank you. You all have a good Christmas. And to all a good and to all a fuck you, Phil. Good night.
Thank you, Dale. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us. Have a good one.